Welcome to the Rideshare Garage. It is Wednesday night, and before y'all give us the panel a bunch of hey, where the hell were y'all last week? Understand, I know a lot of guys here in the group aren't from Miami originally. I'm from Miami originally. Omar's been down here long enough to know. I got to tell you, I've never seen that much rain in one day ever in Fort Lauderdale. If y'all can imagine, 21 inches of water in one day fell in Fort Lauderdale. Just absolutely an insane amount of water. Listen, their Teslas were submarines because everything else, and I mean everything else, was buried underwater. I got a picture to show y'all if y'all haven't seen it. It's making the internet rounds. We got a picture of a Suburban and how to get rid of it if you need an insurance claim real quick. So, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Okay. Anyway, we want to say hello to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. I have several folks on the show tonight with us. Number one, my guy from Colorado, the ultimate surge. Listen, guys, I don't know if you guys watch other people's videos. I try to watch everybody's videos. Okay. And I'm going to tell you what, I watched Tony video today when I got home while I was eating my eggs and ham. Well, eggs and hamburger. Let me get that correct. Okay. And I mean, he banged out another $400 like it ain't shit. Like it ain't shit. Like he has been ordained to be the $400 man in a Prius. Okay, that's all I got to say. Tony, where does all that surge come from, buddy?
Yeah, it's just summertime, I guess.
And then he says it like, "Oh yeah, summertime, I guess." Yeah,
Well,
that's how we roll
I'm
up here.
still searching for my first 500 in the Prius.
Did y'all catch that one? Did y'all catch that one in the Prius? He's searching for the first $500 in the Prius. Is humble. You know what? That's why Tony, I love him, bro. He's so humble. He's so humble. But I know behind the scenes, because we can't see him on camera, he's like laughing. He's giving us the fingers up. He's doing us in. I know. Anyway, Tony, how's life treating you, brother? How's that Prius running?
Well, better now that the inverter cooler got replaced.
Yeah, I saw that in your video. It's funny. I had a guy yesterday I picked up 2018, no, 2000, 2009 or 2019 Prius. He drives down here. He's in the Deerfield Beach area, older guy, retired. All he does is Uber Eats and DoorDash. And his inverter went out on him as well, but it cost him like just under $2,000 to get it fixed.
Oh, well,
So,
my inverter's still good. It's just the cooler pump that went out, I guess.
Okay. Well, I mean, all cars have problems. So, all right. Below Tony, we got my guy, Mr. Omar, the king of coffin, the absolute Fight Club president. And if you mention it to him, he's going to put you in timeout. Trust me when I tell you this. I am calling him the Fight Club president from now on. He has somewhat earned my respect. I've always respected Omar as far as I could throw him. Anyway, Omar, how you doing tonight, brother? How's everything going?
I mean, I don't know if you can see that behind me. That's what we were dealing with right there. I mean, that right there. You see that? Like how high the water got?
Your head is in the way. You'd have to slide all the way out of the picture, buddy.
Yeah, hold on.
Come on. Yeah,
I'll just turn that off right there. See? Look at that.
Oh shit, wrong guy. Oh shit. Damn it, I screwed it up. My bad, Omar. Yeah, I mean, I can see the front. That nose is that car's done.
That car was there. That is Aventura, Florida, and that car was there for 3 days. Counting that day. That day was the first day, and then 2 more days after that.
Insanity, brother. Insanity.
Don't worry. In 2 days, that car will be on sale.
That's just a parking lot. There's a parking lot like right back there, and then there's a garage like where I had to go, like that way, and I had to take my shoes, socks off, and roll up my pants and walk through like 1.5 feet of water to get into a garage where my truck was parked, and then we started working. Well, all of us started working. We're like, well, it's surging. What's this? There was this thing on the map. I didn't even know where it came from.
It was that funny color, man. It was a funny color. We had to go investigate.
So apologies to everybody that was asking me, where's the show? Yeah, well, we kind of had an opportunity to work, and that's what that's what this show's about, right? We're the show for drivers.
Some of us,
we are a driver.
Some of us had an opportunity to work.
Holy crap!
Others, this is the Suburban.
Yeah. Oh, is that FLL?
Yeah, that's the Suburban everybody's talking about at Fort Lauderdale Airport.
You see how I knew that? That's bad. That tells you that's bad that I know.
That is the Suburban that did not make it home that night. It did not make it home.
I'm gonna say something really messed up right now, and you know what? It is what it is. Less competition for me. If there's a proverbial Uber hell, I'm going to
it. Listen. This, I don't know if this guy. I don't know. I mean, those windows are open.
Damn.
Right. That is a newer model truck.
I gotta zoom in.
That's a newer model Suburban. Yeah. Right. Oh no, I can bring it in for you. That's a newer model Suburban.
Shit.
Those windows are open.
When was this, Vinny?
The wheels are. This is Wednesday. They found it Thursday.
Why do they got 10 seats?
That's the question you have. That is the question that Steven has. I mean, that's just right there. It's some real investigative reporting right there.
That's the obsidian in him. That's the obsidian in him. Okay, bro. I gotta have my orange soda tap and my brown seats, or it ain't going nowhere.
Oh my god.
But look at the wheels, bro. The wheels are you don't see the wheels are tucked. They're gone. You don't see them.
Maybe that's why he got stuck, because he wanted to get a new Suburban with black seats.
And you see this right here. So it's probably like a V8, and when it's lower than like the wheel line, like where the tires are, we can't even see the tires. That means that water is probably above the transmission, and the transmission will have like a ventilation tube somewhere, for pressure. So water could be getting in through that tube, or it could just be bypassing the seals for the axles. Like that's all kinds of problems right there.
Yep. But that's what we were up against.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we were up against. I put out the one video the next day where I showed, as much as I could as far as video that I had captured with my dash cam. And when I tell you the Tesla to me was like I'm telling you, it was a submarine going through them puddles. I have never seen that much water before, ever. Oh. But anyway, okay, next to him, we got my guy, Nick Williams. He is, I don't know, Steven, can we say is he off rookie status yet as a Tesla driver? Or is he still on rookie status?
I think he finally took those training wheels off. He
got the training wheels off?
Yeah. He's
all of that flooding I just went through. All of that flooding I just went through last week in my Model 3.
Yeah. So Nick, how you doing, buddy?
His car ain't out there like that Suburban, so
Nope. I went right on through it. I was just cruising on across the river. No problems.
Steven says, Steven in the chat says that car is for sale in California already. Thanks, Steven. Appreciate that, Steven. Would you like an invite to the panel, sir?
Oh, man.
So, Nick, how's it going for you, buddy? How you doing over there?
I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay. I would like for Uber and Lyft to pick up. Not getting enough rides, not getting the amount of rides that I want to, but it's something. I'm having to put a lot more hours out there. And yeah, man, I'm dealing with Curry, the Curry foolishness. So,
okay.
What's up?
We can definitely get into all that tonight. I do want to talk about the amount of rides and the quality of the rides, because I think that's going to lead right into Mr. Steven, Obsidian Vinny, my twin. Listen, look at Steven. Put it up, Steven. Can't you tell we're twins? right? Steven and I are look. We both got the same handsome beard. We're both missing hair, right? Well, actually, he's got some hair. Is that real hair, bro, or is that weave? I just want to know is that a weave up top?
It's all real. So
It's all real. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Mine's gone. Mine's just. Steven, how you doing, brother? How's LA treating you?
doing excellent. Yeah, been doing a lot of recalculating in the way how I look at my days. So it's made it a little bit more positive. My attitude about being out there on the road more positive. So yeah, we're all good in this area, all good in the neighborhood.
And you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. See, we got some things to talk about tonight. We really do got some things to talk about tonight. All right. Well, I'm going to open it up because Nick wanted to have a discussion. Okay. I hope you guys are ready. Nick wanted to have a discussion, and I'm going to have that discussion right now with Mr. Nick. Okay, Mr. Nick, the floor is yours. But I'm going to warn everybody in the chat tonight. I'm warning you now. You could see another side of Omar you normally don't see. With this discussion.
We get it in the radio chat, but yeah, you might see another side.
I'm being. I don't know if I'm being set up here or I don't know.
Hey, it's all good and fun, you know.
Oh boy.
All right, and before we get started though, hey, I want to shout out everybody in the chat. We got Mr. MDN. Yeah, so we got Mr. DSN, Silver Fox is in the house, San Francisco Driver, Kevin Kwan's in the house. I saw the Kevin Hawthorne's here. Obviously, Steven's here. Who else is down here? SB's in the house. Rideshare Culture is in the house. You know what? I'm gonna ban Rideshare Culture. I'm gonna have to ban them. Like I'm just gonna have to.
Appearances.
He comes in, he's like, yo, and then dips. He starts the trouble and then leaves. Right? He's a pot stirrer. Joey BTV, haven't seen you in a while.
That's a pretty cool name. Joey BTV.
Joey BTV?
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
That's pretty snazzy.
All right, so my man Nick, the floor's all yours, homie. Bring it. Bring it.
Oh, actually, Jonathan McGuire asked for the links to the rest of our channels, so if everybody could drop their link.
Oh, yeah, definitely put your links in the channels.
Okay. Maybe if somebody could drop mine for me.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
That's another guy I'm going to ban. There's another guy I'm going to ban real soon, Mr. Pascal.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm joking. I ain't banning nobody today.
Today, yeah.
Today. Not today. No, I'm too tired. Your finger ain't working. All right, Nick, let's go. Fire it up, buddy. Come on. You wanted to have this discussion. And it's a good discussion to have.
Every time I get ready, you guys have something else to say, so I was trying to let you guys get it all out.
Okay. All right, you ready now?
Yes, sir. So the discussion.
All right, before you get started,
yeah.
Take the right. Buddha, I sent you the link, Buddha. I don't want to hear it.
We'll give a small shout out to the clapped out LA King.
And by the way, this is a running gag because Vinny, he says every time he's about to start recording, he's in the middle of it, he's in his flow. You know, me or Nick or Buddha jump into the chat and start talking.
Man, you know what? On that damn radio channel, we're on the radio, and it's radio silence. Y'all get mad at me because I'll pop in there. I'll say good morning, good afternoon, whatever. Wait like 10 minutes, don't hear nothing from nobody. Crickets. So I decided to conserve battery power and shut that app off. I come back a few hours later. Oh, Vinny cried. He showed up and nobody answered him immediately. 10 minutes, bro? Bro, 10 minutes? Come on. Anyway, all right, go ahead, Nick. It's all yours.
So the conversation that me, Omar, and Vinny were having the other day.
Don't put me in this.
Yes, I'm going to put you in it because I blame you guys first. Is that so? You might hear. Let's put it like this. Okay, so obviously I have a Tesla. The Tesla allows me access to the other ride types. But I wasn't always in a Tesla, obviously. For my first couple of years, I was just strictly Uber X. I learned how to grind. I learned how to do and make $1,500 to $2,000 a week on just Uber X. But with that, it's a certain way that you do that. The ride types that you take, you want to always be moving. If you do Uber X, you kind of know these things. It's about keeping people in your car. You're not really waiting around. It's about the mileage. If you're not doing, let's say 200 to 300 miles a day, you're probably not gonna make a lot of money on Uber X. But when I got the Tesla, it gave me access to the other ride types. Now, with the other ride types, these are the premium types, or as Eddie likes to say, his upper tiers. You start getting better clients. You start getting different clients, and it's the strategies are a little bit different. But what these guys always get on me about is that for me, now with these upper types, the rides pay a little bit better than an Uber X ride. So we can be going the same distance, but a comfort ride may potentially kind of sort of pay a little bit better than the X ride. You see how I did all of that. But a Premier ride definitely, going 2 miles, going 5 miles will pay more than an Uber X ride. And so there's, what these guys get on me is that you have to know what you're looking for with these Premier rides. With these upper tiers, you can't just take the same type of rides that you would take on Uber X. You can't just like the bare minimum. You want to get paid a certain hourly, and so they get on me about that all the time. And just like Omar says it a lot, knowing your value. Knowing your value when it comes to the ride types and the things that you take. So what I pushed back to them was, how could you, I'm just kind of setting the stage, so I'm sorry if I'm long-winded, but how can somebody that's fresh to the upper platforms ever really know what to take and when to take it if they've never had access to that? And the whole concept, the whole concept is that these guys, Omar, Vinny, Richie, who's also on the group chat, these guys are experienced. They know what to take. By me being brand new and coming in, I'm basically lowering the rates that they will receive because I'm willing to take more than they will. So thereby slightly lowering it. And so I just posed the question, how can, a new driver actually, get to that standard if they never know?
Okay, well, Omar, you want me to start or you want to go first? So, to answer your question directly, a new driver can't know. They'll never know if they're not involved in some kind of a driver group. So, like, you have the benefit of being in our chat group, right? I say our chat group, the Omar's chat group. He makes sure we know about that. It's Omar's chat group. I gotta flex that. Listen, when I start anyway. So you really don't know. The other part to that, it speaks to a much broader problem that we have here is in the country. When you see a Premier ride pop up, it's already more than anything you've ever made on X. So you're going to automatically jump on that ride. But that same ride 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, before the new drivers were even thought about driving for Uber and Lyft, they would have no clue that what a 4x, 5x, 10x multiplier was on a Premier ride when you would go 10 miles and make $85. You wouldn't know. So it's not your fault, and I don't know if that's the right way to say it. It's you wouldn't know unless you were involved in a group. Now, I'm going to give you a good example, and I'm going to call him out. I'm talking about Mr. Mother Flowers himself, Raymond. Before he got that Suburban, he was driving X and XL in the minivan, remember? And then the passenger opened up the door and it got smashed or whatever, right? And he was forced to go get a Suburban. Once Raymond got into that Suburban, he wasn't trying to hear them XL rides no more because he saw the price in the money. Now enter Omar. Omar really corrupted him, and now all Premier SUV rides weren't good enough. Because 3 years ago, when Omar and I can make $3-4 a mile, today's price ain't yesterday's price, bro. Don't pay like that no more. So you really don't. And the bottom line is you really don't. Now Raymond's finding out what I've already humbled myself to do, right? Is that now when you come back down in tiers, man, it's hard. It's hard. So I don't think you'll ever know unless you get around people that have been there and done that. But at the same time, hey Nick, let me ask you a question. Your lease at the crib, your lease, right? Who's signatory on that lease?
Mine.
Okay, is my name on there?
No, it's not.
Is Omar's name on there?
No, it's not.
Then it don't matter what the hell we say because we don't have your bills. We got our bills. So I just wanted to put that out there. Now I'm going to turn the Kraken loose.
Oh my gosh!
Shout out to one time, Omar. You can just go for it.
Shout out to actually, you know what? I actually have a different viewpoint of this. So, shout out to Ramon first and foremost because that's my guy right there, man. You want to talk about solidarity? Okay, that guy stood on principle. Okay, he was canceling $100. Yes,
I'm gonna follow your.
I'm gonna go real slow for everybody in the chat, for all the ants out there that are going, wait, what? Yes, he would get $100 ride and go, nah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah. And I was like,
he would.
It took me a minute, and I said, damn. And so I run into Ramon, and I would dap him up, bro. Damn. Okay. And you know what?
And both y'all asses sitting there broke as fuck because you turned down $100 ride.
And you know what? And then that takes me back to my Jew brother from another mother. Oh wait, can I not say that? Oh shit.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
My boy, the legend, who will remain nameless, but he drove a Prius, and I think the Prius is gone now, man. R.I.P. that red machine, man.
That
my
was
God.
not a Prius. That was not a Prius.
R.I.P. that machine, bro. Pour one out for my boy.
That was not a Prius. That was a roll of duct tape with a hybrid engine. Call it what it was, Omar. A red roll of duct tape with a hybrid engine.
And 4 tires.
And 4 tires. Yes, sir.
I tell you what, though. That guy.
I tell you what, though. Hey, Omar, you got to admit, that guy in that Prius made more money than all 5 of us on this panel together. Like y'all just don't know that guy.
I think he was pushing 6 figures some years. I think.
Oh, in a Prius.
In a Prius.
Hey.
We're gonna school you, Nick. We're gonna school you, Nick.
Hey, Omar, and Joey B TV says, and we're canceled.
So this guy, right? I learned from him. We'd be hanging out, and the surge would come up, right? And it would be like a 2.0 surge, and he'd get a ride, and then he'd come on the radio and say, "Nah, I'm gonna cancel this ride." And I'm like, "What? That's a 2.0 surge, dude. That's a good ride. Like getting a Premier ride. That's a good ride, right?" And you know what is that? You know what his response was to me? I can get a 2.1. I know it's gonna go up. Oh, look, 2.5. There you go. See, I'm gonna take this ride instead.
Damn.
Yeah.
This guy used to be my reaction in my car, going, "Yo, this guy is." Oh, so you want to talk about?
First time I met him, he was parked next to me. I had just gotten the CTS. I had just gotten Kitty. We were at the BB&T or whatever the hell it's called these days, right? Oh, home of the Florida Panther losers. Anyway, right? So we're sitting there, and I can't get a request to save my life. I am in a Cadillac. Can't get a ride to save my life. Homeboy, the red duct tape machine can't shut his fucking app up. Won't shut up. Bing, 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 bing. And yeah, I remember, bro. I remember.
And so You want to talk about corruption? It's like trickle down economics. That guy. When I met that guy, I realized I was doing like half of everything I was doing wrong. And that's how it works. That's how it works. Unfortunately, the crux of this is that we're not on an even playing field anymore. And you could say, well, I get the same offers that Vinny gets, and that the guy in Miami, Mario Mateo, and all of us down here, right? And we're seeing worse offers, right? So it's like with this upfront pricing, Uber really has put a cap on like your potential earnings. Everybody across the board has said the same thing. I'm working longer. I'm working harder to try to make, not to make, to try
Right.
to make the same amount of money that I was before. And when we say make money, when I say make money, I'm not talking about $2.50 ride. I'm talking about your costs. If your cost to operate today is $100, you made over $100. So sometimes we look at the per ride thing way too much. So how would anybody know what to do? You got to get educated. You got to do research. When I first got into this, I said this before on this show. I bought a clapped out Nissan Sentra because I said to myself, I'm going to try this thing. Eventually, I'm going to try it. But I was in a point in my life where I needed to downsize because I'm always driving SUVs or trucks. So I just say, hey, a couple months after I get my little clapped out Nissan Sentra, I started doing Uber. But before I did Uber, I did a lot of research because I was like, yo, all these people showing earnings on Facebook at different places, that's BS. That's fake news. And then I went out there and started doing it and said, okay, I think, I think there's something to this. And then by coincidence, I'm not really even sure how it happened. I started to meet some people. I'm not going to name names, but I started to meet people. And through that education, you learned different ways to do the same job. You learn how to not chase the surge. That's probably the number one rule that I learned from other people. Don't chase it. Okay. Yeah. And then you learn, how the airport works. You learn, what the surge is and how that works and why it's important and why you want to, and just all kinds of different things. And then that, leads you down to, it's the yellow brick road. It leads you down to, Fight Club and all that other stuff. Right. The point I'm getting at is that when you say, how can a driver learn? It's more like, how can someone who has a good head on their shoulders and is business minded learn? That would be a better way of framing the question, because not everybody learns the same. And we got a lot of dumbass drivers on the road. No matter how much education you do, no matter how much you bring them to the water, they won't drink. So how can
choke them and drown them, and they still don't fucking listen?
Yeah, how can you learn in today's day and age? By doing it and learning from it, but not making the same mistakes. And well, how would I know I'm making a mistake? Again, eventually at some point in time, if you have any level of common sense, just by accident, you're going to run into a group like ours. And then we are here to school you and slap you on the back of your head when you take some of these rides that you've been known to take, Nick, and Pascal, and Buddha. Calling Buddha out on the West Coast. Well, it's because it was a ride down the hill, bro. I got paid to go down the hill, bro. Yeah. Now where are you at? Oh my god. Like I said, on my first car, I think I bought that car, let's just say in total, I probably spent around 10, 11 grand. That's insurance. That's me replacing a bunch of parts, doing all the oil changes, all the maintenance. I never took that car to a dealership ever. I did everything on that little tin can. And I probably made 3x, if not a little bit more than 3x, doing Uber X, charging Lux Black Ride prices, because I learned to work smarter. I was literally setting my watch by the time of day it was by when it was going to surge. I'd be like in South Beach, and I go 3, 2, 1, 1.5x, 1.7x.
Well, you used to be the same way in Delray.
Yeah,
1:30
right.
a.m. 1:30 a.m. Bro, Nick, here's something that you probably wouldn't. Nick, you know about where I live, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I would drive to Delray at 1 a.m. in the morning, just for the 1:30 to 2:30 crowd. It would be worth it for me to, and this was on X, bro. It would be worth it for me to leave my area, drive all the way to Delray. That's 30 minutes away. To work the 130 to 230 and make $150 and not go nowhere. And boy, don't get the home run banger coming from Delray back to Fort Lauderdale to Himmershey, because that was the banger.
Yeah.
So I'll say
It was
this,
worth
right?
it.
I'll say this. I have a mindset of I want more and I am worth more. And the driver that has the mindset of, well, I kind of figured out how to make $500 here, so I'm just going to keep doing this thing because I'm comfortable. That's the difference. I said to myself, damn, I just made freaking $300 in one day driving Uber in a Nissan Sentra. Did I make 400?
Tony can.
So that's what drove me. And also, I will say this too. The guys that were driving black SUV back then, and that's what it was called back then. It wasn't Premier, it was called Lux and Lux Black SUV.
Yep.
So I saw what they were making, and I said, holy shit. And the money that people were spending, again, it's changed. The game is different, but some of the same principles still apply. There are places, even in today's day and age, to be. You saw that last night, Nick. Me and you were there in the parking lot, Stanley Cup Finals, I finessed. And then you came out of there with a ride. But I guess there were some opportunities that you missed, because I know you got some good pings, because we were there, Vinny. And like the first ping that came up for Nick, I was like, ooh. Even I said, yo, I might even consider it was a Premier ride. It was like a $65 Premier ride. It wasn't leaving Broward County.
Ooh.
It wasn't leaving Broward County. Ooh.
If I could keep
So,
those Premier
but-
rides, I would.
And like I told Nick last night, I said, so I'll give everybody a little precursor to what we were doing. We were staging.
Wait. Fight Club.
No.
Okay, all right. I'm just wondering.
All I'm saying is that we were there ready to work and we were comfortable, and there were other people that weren't comfortable, and the police showed up, made them even more uncomfortable. Me, I was sitting there like this. I was sitting there like this on my two phones. Lux Black SUV. No, I don't want that. I turned down Lux Black SUVs. Nick is a witness.
You what?
Nick
You
is a
what?
witness. Black SUVs. I
You
said,
what?
no, I don't want that.
You did what now?
Okay.
Say that one
Nick
more
is a
time.
witness. I was
What'd you
there
do?
You turn
chilling.
them down.
No, what'd you do?
Black SUVs. I was turning them down.
Okay, you're out of here.
Nope, not this one. Nope.
So the point that I'm getting at is that even in today's day and age, there is a way to learn how to better yourself when you get into the upper platforms. But of course, I get it. When you first get into it, it's like, man, this is more than I've ever made before.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't take you long to realize, wait a minute, something's not right here, and then
Well,
start
there's-
asking questions.
But there's
That's-
a whole
that's my
there's a whole
response.
different but there's a whole different backdrop to a lot of the stuff that's going on today, because like
Right.
so when I talked to you guys on the radio, I went over by Daly's. Daly's is a gas station chain with Shells, right? I went over to go use the restroom. Actually, no, I had a group in the car and the wife had to go to the bathroom. So we're sitting there, and when I pull in there, I'm telling you, it must have been 20 Uber drivers waiting to go to the pickup from the game. Half or better were big Suburbans and Escalades. All I venture to say might struggle, and this is not a slight, so don't take this the wrong way, but all might struggle to speak English. You feel what I'm saying? So you got that whole addition thrown in there. People that have never made this kind of money ever in their life are now making money that they never thought they would, yet to Omar, to Steven, to Nick, to myself, because we've been there, done that. The money is not that great. So there's that thought too. Anyway, Steven, what do you think about it, buddy? You're kind of in the middle of this.
I mean, I don't feel like I'm really in the middle of it, because I guess you're right. I started with the what is it, a G37 Infinity when I first started driving, and and then eventually I was able to get the Tesla. So switching markets and seeing what was available, that was one thing. And I also have the experience of driving black in Los Angeles. So yeah, you have a good point. And black, it's funny because Scott would be doing the exact same thing that you're saying Ramon does. I mean, he looks at it, he's like, nah, get $100, 60 something, whatever.
Yo.
We were all in the hotel watching him getting rides.
Yo,
Like, nah, that's not good enough. I ain't taking that. So he's like,
oh my gosh.
when it's just like when you're getting, there are people that have been there long enough, and he grinded his way up to get to black like that.
Shout out to Scott, man. For real.
Wait, stop. I hate to do this, guys. I got to do it. Say that again, Stephen, because I swear on everything I know, people don't understand that. You just say it again for the people in the back. I swear that
he had to grind his way up to the position that he's in right now. He worked his way up from having what I think a basic car to an SUV to an XL vehicle. And after he got his XL vehicle, he was able to get his Suburban under his business, and now he's driving as a licensed, private driver. And he's got all, and besides that, the grind wasn't just getting the tools to be able to do the job. He knows how to communicate with people. He knows how to position himself, just like Omar was just talking about, positioning yourself at the right time, the right spots to hit. When dinner's letting out, when the big events are popping off, and because of his demeanor, he's able to run clients basically like Vinny would talk about. His clients that the type of clients that NDAs and everything like that.
I got plenty of them. I got plenty of pieces of paper on my ass. Ain't no Stormy Daniels checks here, buddy.
Well, look, he's talking to the chat now. But yeah, no.
Oh, look at Scott. We get Scott a little love. Now he wants to come back with ladies on us. Okay, buddy. Okay, it's okay. Omar told me all about your tendencies, buddy. It's okay. He said, Omar told us that you prefer the bottom. It's okay. We get it. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay.
So, but yeah, from my perspective, from starting off with the basic and then deciding, if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to be spending all this time, let me make the most money I possibly can out of this. And that's what made me want to get into black. I started asking some of the people over in the lot in LAX. And this was back when the lots, if you can imagine a time when the lots weren't full every single day,
Right.
It's only got a quarter of the lots full, and you're asking so how do I get into black, and you got people snickering and laughing and all kinds of stuff. And then one person like, oh yeah, she can help you right there. Oh yeah. This is my boss. Blah, blah, blah. Basically just had to go over to the hub and get a black account set up in the first place. That was the biggest thing. If you didn't already have a black account set up, there was no way you were going to get a vehicle registered under or loaned out to you, and then get somebody that can loan out a vehicle to you. So within, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks, I was able to start driving black, and I got to see all these high-end rides coming in places that I wouldn't even imagine. Like, they just would pop up. I'm driving down the street and I'm getting these black rides. It's like, oh, so there's a place right here. Oh, there's a place right here. You start getting used to the environment of where these people are coming out of. To lower that standard, because I'm not used to making that much, because I came from my G37 that didn't qualify for Lux and didn't qualify for black. It's a whole different animal, especially black compared to Lyft, where black is paying you more based off of the ride in comparison to Lyft. There's a real gap there, and it's easy for somebody new that didn't have to grind their way up to be like, oh, well, I'm making more money than I ever have, and to lessen the value of those rides because you're taking those lower offers. What Scott would take compared to what I would take, because I'm sitting there like drooling at the amount of money he's able to make off the offers that he's getting, and he's like, nah, that's not a good ride. I'll wait for another one. It's a complete shift in mindset.
Right now, throw on top of that, Stephen, Omar, Nick, Tony, So on top of that, now you got Suburbans that are sitting out in the water, right? The ones that are flooded out, that those guys know. But this, I mean, I'm not saying this is what happened. I don't know. But somebody got tired of having to drop down and do comfort rides in a Suburban and said, fuck it, and drove that sucker into a lake. I mean, the Suburban, listen, not for nothing, that Suburban didn't just get washed out in the flood. Okay, somebody drove that sucker in there. Let's call it what it is. But that's what happens. So the more that the more that they can get away with, like Steven, you were saying today, you and Scott sitting side by side. Scott's got a ride. They sent to him to accept or decline. You, it's on Trip Radar. You're trying to accept it. You want the ride. Scott's like, yeah, right. Peasants, right? He declines it, and you still don't get it. So even though you guys are the same ride types, it might be different vehicles, but the same ride types, it's not really fair to you. So that ride probably went to somebody else that was even cheaper. And so they keep pushing it down. And then now here comes Nick. Nick's like, well, goddamn, Vinny, you keep getting those premier reservations. Well, I keep telling y'all, I told y'all the secret to reservations. Nobody listens. So I'm not going to say it anymore. I've said it 28 times. I'm not saying it no more. The hell with you. Go back and watch all 27 videos I just did. Okay? Listen, don't get mad at me because I'm getting the premier rides. But not every premier ride's a good premier ride.
That's true.
Not every black SUV is a good ride.
That's true.
Not every. All you got to do is look at Lux Black right now, Nick. I know you want to get a black Model Y. I know you guys out there, and yeah, I've seen somebody asking about the difference between Hertz and Drive Whip. As far as those two companies are concerned, Drive Whip is far better as far as the basic premise of what it is. It's easier to rent on Drive Whip. They don't mess with you. You don't mess with them. It's all good in the hood. Hertz, they try to take you through they want to try to bilk you for every dime they can. Anyway, the point is, a lot of people want to jump on these Lyft Black cars and Lyft Black XL cars. Bro, take it from guys who know. I've been Lux Black XL. I'm still Lux Black. When they send you a request for $7 on a Lux Black ride, are you going to take that? Are you really going to take that? Because you know what? I've got Uber comfort rides that pay better than Lyft Black sometimes. So, again, and somebody took that ride, though, Nick. Is that person going to be you? Are you going to be willing to wait that 15 minutes on that Lux Black ride? Are you going to? We know your ass ain't going to sit there and wait no 15 minutes. You don't want to wait 3 minutes. We know you. We in this group know you. So, Omar, you get a Lux Black ride, right? First of all, they insult you with a sub $10 Lux Black ride. Are you going to wait 15 minutes for that son bitch to come out and be like, hey, I'm coming right now? No.
I don't wait for people. You're wasting my time. I don't wait. For
100%.
That's rude. That's rude as hell. So, and I would just say this too. Again, today presents different challenges because of the upfront pricing and because of the lower rates. They're taking more, charging more, taking more from us and charging the passenger more. I mean, it's really pretty bad. And no one cares. No one's asking. I would say this though: some of the principles still apply. In every market, there's a neighborhood that maybe you shouldn't go to after a certain time of day, right? I learned this even before I met any of the guys. Like, you took a ride, and then they made a stop, and then they made another stop, and you're like, what's going on here? And I'm sure you guys can get what I'm getting at. So, the driver that has common sense will go, I'm never doing that again, and I'm going to learn from that. So,
100%.
yes, you can get into the black game and the premier game, the upper platform game today, but your margin of error is a lot thinner now, like real thinner today than it was when Vinny first started. So, and you have to have a different mindset. Your mindset cannot still be, I'm here to punch a clock and work 10 hours and try and I have to make a certain amount or whatever the case may be. It's a different mindset. It's got to be that that you want to. For me, my mindset when I go out is I'm going to start when I start, and I'd like to end by a certain time. And sometimes I go home. And on a good day, I'm going home 500, and on a bad day, I might be going home 150. I mean, I don't
Well, I
sit there.
mean,
I don't sit there and say to myself, "Shit, let me drop down to X because I haven't made no money today."
That's right.
That you have to
There's
you have to hold the line. You have to say to yourself, "This is where I am. This is what I'm not willing to do." And the reason why is because when Suburbans start dropping down and taking comfort, what happens? Can anybody guess what happens? Nick, you know the answer. You know the answer to this question. What happens when Suburbans drop down and take comforts?
It messes up everybody else.
You get canceled on in a Model 3.
See ya.
Model
What?
3, Prius, all of that.
What? I got a
Tesla.
Suburban last week.
Tesla.
No, I got an Infiniti
Tesla?
last week.
Oh,
A Model 3, your driver Nick will be arriving. Fuck that. No. Let me cancel.
no, I want the Suburban.
Yeah.
I was
Let me reorder.
expecting an SUV. I did this last time.
I'm getting
I already I had that.
Let's see. Alfredo and a Tesla's coming. No, I don't want that. Okay. The next driver is coming in a Porsche Cayenne. You know what? Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is that
Let's do that. The
29%
Porsche Cayenne
APR?
coming.
Is that
Yeah.
a 29% APR Cayenne?
Hi, are you here to pick me up? Oh, okay, good.
Brandon.
This is a nice car.
Brandon's yes.
This is a nice car. How much are you paying for this? 21% APR? Wow, really? The first one they sent me was a Model 3, a Tesla. I didn't want to get in a Tesla, but a Porsche, a Suburban, an Infiniti, a Cadillac. Oh, yeah.
You wasn't getting no Cadillac with comfort. You wasn't getting in my Cadillac with no fucking comfort.
Just saying.
My ass. It's my ass.
You will learn.
That wasn't
And
happening.
if you don't learn, either you just can't understand or can't comprehend things, or you're choosing to be ignorant. It's only one of the two things. So that's
all right. We got to get a couple of
conversation.
questions here. Let's get a couple of questions here. Paul C says, "Okay, I believe you paid $500 a week from Drive Whip for rent. What's your profit left over a week nowadays after paying all those fees in the slow season? It ain't much. It ain't much. But I can tell you, the last couple of weeks, I'm 2-1 now. I'm back to 2-1. So I'm making my profit on what it's costing me. I'm back there where I wasn't. I had to humble myself. I said it months ago. Everybody knows my saying. Everybody's a hero when times are good, but when times are bad, legends are made. And so I will get back in the slowest of seasons back to my 15 to 1700 a week. It's going to happen. And I'm damn near there.
So I'll say this, Vinny. I'll say this too, and I've made it no secret that I'm considering renting as well because I want to take the strain off of my QX. I'm putting a lot of miles on it, and so I say to myself, whatever my cost is, let's say I'm renting for like $200 a week. Just hypothetically speaking, I'm probably no way I'm going to get a car for $200 a week, but hypothetically speaking, I would say to myself, okay, I need to make $600 a week, and then have a general idea. It's not. Well, if I work 10 hours, I will make it. It doesn't work that way anymore. You might have to work 100 hours one week, and the following week you might make the money in 20 hours. So
exactly,
I'm saying to myself, do I want to commit to this? And I just haven't found that gap yet to whether or not I want to commit to it. So that's why I continue to be part-time with continuing part-time and I'm still afloat. Let's just say that. Funny, we're talking about weather, right? I'm still afloat with my car that I own and I'm making payments on every month because that's still, I'm not making it. Let's just say I don't have $1,000+ payment that the Suburban and Escalade guys have. I'm hoping that
they got a lot more than that, bro.
Yeah, I'm hoping that little
some of them payments are $2,000 a month, man.
Yeah, so
that's the thing, Nick. That's the thing people don't like to talk about, right? They don't like to talk about when they sit there and they say about us renting, right? Or Steven, right? When they sit there and say, well, we're renting or you guys got these high payments. But there's a lot of people out there that are $2,000 a month, $2,200 a month, plus insurance, plus gas. And they got to do comfort rides. And they ain't making the money. Plus maintenance.
What?
Right? Tony just went through it, right? $900 today to get his Prius fixed. The guy yesterday, $2,000 to get his Prius fixed. These are real costs that as rentals we don't have to deal with. I got an interview
all.
with a guy I met the other night at the Charger who was like, "Hey man, you make videos, right?" I'm like, "Huh?" He says, "Yeah, you're Vinny, right?" I said, "Who's asking?" No,
Yeah.
Vinny Cuz. I'm like, yeah. Anyway, make a long
So
story
what
short,
y'all don't know is Vinny is like a local celebrity here.
get the
People
fuck
just
out of here. You getting out of
all
here? Okay,
stop.
bye. Bye. Anyway, so so anyway, what I was saying was is that he's like he got into the drive whip because he saw my video, just like what's his name got into the drive whip because of Nick Ben, right? He's been in since March. Y'all hear that drive whip? He's been in the car since March. He put me as a referral anyway. The shit.
Oh,
Anyway,
We going down.
the point is in the interview,
No.
and you guys will see the interview. See, that's what I'm talking about,
That's
bro.
insane.
Oh,
That's what I'm
shit.
talking about, bro.
No.
Oh.
For a Chevy Bolt.
and imagine, right? We could do some math here. Let's just say on the low end, he's paying like that person's paying like 6%, right? Let's see. Let's do the math. 950 times
Can you put up a picture of the boat?
$57.
Oh, fuck. The boat?
Whew.
Now, when y'all say the Tesla Model 3 is small,
Bro, does the Bolt even qualify for anything other than Uber X Share? Or is that a Connect vehicle?
Mm.
Oh my God. 60-month term too. Wow.
You see that, and that's what I mean right there about being business minded and goal minded. When like I said, once I got the hang of things, I said to myself, "Yo, I think I can make XYZ amount in this little tin can, and I would cover my costs and have and have profit. And then when I get rid of the car, I'll get something out of it. $500 even. For someone to just come and tow it away because it had like I forget how many 100,000 miles on there already, 160 or 170,000 miles I had. I don't know when I got rid of it, but that's what I mean. We're too caught up in the I got $2,000 in bills this week, so I got to make $2,000. You got what I'm saying? Vinny has a T-shirt that says I make Uber and Lyft. Vinny, please like my video.
Please like my video.
Bro,
Oh, Scott.
if we had an award for trolling, we just give it to Scott. I mean,
Yeah, he's the ultimate. He's the ultimate troll.
oh my
He's
God.
the ultimate troll. So Paul wants to have this discussion. We're gonna do this for a little bit. So please explain to me how it makes sense for you to rent an electric vehicle and still make a decent profit a week, especially nowadays. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's for everybody. I've always said, and you can go back and look at 19,000 videos that we put up. I've always said it's the most expensive way to do it. But here's the key. It can't be the only thing you do. It can't be. You got to make whatever tool you get, and that's all the car is a tool. Whatever tool you get, it has to be able to do multiple functions. See, I do a lot of other stuff with that Tesla. The Tesla's done other things for me. I remember I do stuff with Amazon. I do stuff with reviews. There are other things that we do besides this. Also,
The entire
don't always go ahead.
the entire
Steve.
cost of your rental is a write-off.
I don't have any maintenance.
Yeah, but that's way later on. No one sees that. They just see the here and now.
No. You can't. But you can't discard that.
No. I wouldn't discard it. I just don't know how good of a selling point that is for someone who's looking at it like a punch a clock thing.
Right. So I agree that it's
Well,
the most expensive way to do it.
And he can get rid of it at any
on
time.
this.
Tony speaks.
Yeah. So I just want to say that if you are looking to get into the Tesla game, for example, even Hertz is a good deal to test things out because you can just turn that thing back in and no big deal if you don't like it. But if you do like it and then something happens where you can't drive and you just bought one and your only way to afford it was that you were going to do the gig economy, then what? You're gonna get repoed. So
It's
that's
strong
my 2
points.
cents.
It's strong points. No. It's legit. First, to test to see if it's something you would enjoy, which is what we did in the beginning. Well, I did in the beginning, thanks to Tony and Steven, right? I went the Hertz route, and then I learned real quick, get the hell away from Hertz. That didn't last long at all.
There's an example of what I'm talking about. Common sense. Vinny said, wait a minute. One plus the math is not mathing here. Oh,
It's not
hell
mathing, bro.
no. This is not gonna happen to me again. Like Vinny went off. Like nobody even knows because he went off to us. I think he made a
Yeah.
YouTube video about it, right, Vinny?
No, he made
Yeah,
it
but I didn't.
And that
snap
YouTube
off
video
that.
don't cover what Vinny actually told us. Holy shit.
Hey,
Oh,
Vinny,
no,
It was like
y'all
the
should've
wrath
saw
of
me.
Vinny. We felt it, okay?
You should have saw me at the Hertz office.
Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh, that would have
Yeah.
been such good
Yeah,
content.
listen, there were. Hey, bro, you got to calm down, and we're calling the cops, man. Motherfuck you and the cops. Fuck you, y'all. Anyway, and people know me. I am who I am. I am who I am. Anyway.
So,
But see,
I'll
this is
just-
going back. But see, this is going back to the original. The conversation we just had. How does somebody know? You don't know until you try it, but you have to obviously research before you buy it, before you put yourself in that predicament, and that's the biggest thing. I used Hertz as a way to research the Tesla because I was like, shit, that's an expensive car. I'm not trying to get into that type of car payment. I'm not trying to pay that type of insurance if I can't make no money with it.
What the hell?
there's the Chevy Bolt. That's what's gonna come pick you up.
isn't that the Domino's car? Oh,
Yep.
my
Holy
God.
shit.
But y'all
Look, you
say
just
the
waiting for
Model
them
3
spinners.
Y'all
You
say
just-
the Model 3 is small, huh? Okay.
And you know what? I'm having. Oh my gosh. Wait, how many
What
people
the
do you
hell
have?
is that?
Oh,
What
we
is
got
that?
five. Oh,
That's the
that's
your
the car
Comfort
that
Electric.
that's the car that shows up, and it's the clown car. How many people do you have? We got 5 people. I
What
can't fit
the
5 people.
hell?
No, we can fit. It's okay. It's okay. You know, when you show up, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's the clown
What
car
the
right
hell
there.
is that? That is.
That's your
You know what that
Comfort
car is
Electric.
right there? You know what that car is right there? That's the we'll tip you in the app car right there. I'm dead. Oh man.
I gotta go.
yeah.
Oh man.
That's the precious Chevy Bolt.
Ooh, that is brutal, man. That is
Oh my
brutal.
god, that's the tip you in the app car. Oh my god. Bro, what are you doing that thing? What
Cry.
is what
Park
is
it,
the
park it right behind. Park it right
It
behind.
doesn't
Park it
qualify
right
for
behind the
Comfort Electric.
Suburban.
You know what?
Park it
You know
right
what?
behind the
After,
Suburban.
It doesn't.
after I do it under the Suburban, it would
Mm.
be under the Suburban. Listen, I will never make fun of a Prius again, ever. I will never make fun of a Prius again.
Oh. Yeah, this is a good
I will
one.
never do it. I will
Oh
never
my
do
God.
it. Tony, please allow me back into your good graces. I will never knock a Prius again.
Look, you got this is what it looks like
Hey,
with somebody
man.
inside the thing.
Wait,
I'm driving a
EUV means
Prius
it's
and
an
I-
electronic utility vehicle. Are you kidding me?
Listen, bro, I see what you're doing on that Prius. I think everybody needs to go over to the Driven Dad's channel and watch the latest video he just dropped. I'm telling you.
Who's gonna
That
bash
doesn't
your knees?
qualify. That doesn't qualify for comfort.
Who's gonna?
It
No, it doesn't.
does.
Wow.
The Bolt
Uh,
EUV.
Yeah,
Hey, we have
I'm driving a
conflicting
Prius,
reports
and
now.
you're still allowed to make fun of Priuses.
No, I'm not going to do it. After looking at this thing, there's no way in hell.
But look at
There's
that
no way.
technology, Nick.
This
Qualifies
thing is
for
a
Comfort
shoebox.
Electric. Comfort and Comfort Electric.
Steven, what's got more
I'm looking
room?
it up.
The third row in a Model Y or the back seat of this Bolt?
Definitely the Model Y.
Holy shit.
Man, I think you can fit one thing of luggage in here.
I'm gonna post the link here so you guys.
Oh
can see.
my god.
No, that's
Bro,
where
hell
that's where the 6th person's gonna go. You know, when you roll up to the club at 3 a.m. and they put 6 people inside there like a clown car.
Doesn't that look aggressive? Don't you want to just jump right in? Like,
Oh,
Yep.
oh my god. There's
But
dude,
y'all talk
that is
about the Model
that is-
3. The Model 3 is not tiny like that. Just saying.
Well, okay, all right. Calm down there, Mr. Model 3 guy.
So-
Okay.
I'll say this, right? I'll say this. That getting back to Paul's question,
Look at how
the
fast it is.
Oh,
it's
the
pretty
Model
simple.
3
Like,
long range just qualified for the tax credit.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Anything American made, anything they made in America qualifies for that major tax credit. Any of the Tesla cars.
I'll say this, right? Okay, thank you, Nick. That's the facts right there. I appreciate that. What Paul was saying, in an electric vehicle, I don't know if it was an electric vehicle specific question, but I mean, yeah, you can rent. One thing to keep in mind though is renting. Well, not renting, part time versus full time. Again, having goals in mind. If you, I think Vinny said it best. You know, it's probably the most
I guess
expensive
it
way to
depends
go.
on your market. Like,
I think it depends on your market, but also like what Vinny said, it might be the most
this does
expensive way
not
to go.
qualify for comfort for
But
electric.
it's still doable. It just depends on what you're willing to do and how you're willing to get there. You don't necessarily have to do rideshare too, like what Vinny said. In fact,
Well,
I
that was
wouldn't.
the answer.
I don't
Well,
think
that's what I want
That's
Nick
another
to
thing.
do.
That's another thing I want to have in my back pocket. I want to have another couple of apps in my back pocket, and then for sure I'll probably rent like an XL vehicle and just drive the wheels off of it.
Well, here's the thing. So Nick can answer this question better than any of us. So how do you think about making your profits for rental at $500 a week? Sounds like you use the car for more than rideshare like Amazon in order to justify the weekly rental. That's the guys.
That's the
guys,
whole point.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say this. I've never said this. I'm gonna say it now, and then Nick can go ahead and take it from there. Okay.
Yeah.
With a drive whip lease. It's a lease, guys. It's a lease with a rental out. You can get out of it anytime you want. I gotta say lease, because if I don't say lease, I'm gonna get more goddamn text messages about, oh, they won't take my insurance. Anyway, listen, with drive whip, you can drive for whoever the hell you want. Uber, Lyft, Amazon, Walmart, Spark, Curry, delivered that, whatever. You want to go deliver newspapers in the car, go deliver newspapers in the car. You can't do that shit with the Hertz rental. You are stuck and bound strictly to Uber and Uber Eats. That's it. That's the difference. So if you got a $1,500, $2,000 a week hustle in you, you can do it. Any other app, you get your insurance is in your name. You get an insurance card. It's in your name. That's part of your rental. That's part of your payment. So I don't know.
Hey,
How to
Vinny,
say it.
it's
Yeah.
kind of funny because you got to think about the extra potential that comes along with this type of vehicle. For example, I was just thinking recently about a few hustles that you could run if you're being careful around the areas where people are sitting in lots anyway, waiting for passengers. But I mean, you got people that are willing to wipe down your car. Hey, somebody's lazy enough to pay you $5 or maybe even $10 to wipe down your car. Come with some cleaning supplies. Hey, you're here to do Uber, but you have some supplies. There was a lady sitting. So I went to LAX today. There was a lady, a Chinese lady, just chilling back in her chair. And I walk, and she has the back of her truck open. She doesn't have any signs or anything, but you can tell. She's got the big coolers in her car. Selling Chinese food, $15 a pop.
And
This, but I mean, I was like, you know what? Because I was like, I'm hungry, but let me see what I'm gonna do. So I decided to buy it. I recorded a video. So you guys can see what I'm talking about. This thing.
Hold up. Stop.
Yeah,
Cap.
yeah.
What are y'all saying?
Yeah.
I'm calling Cap. I'm
Yeah.
calling Cap. Hold it. I'm calling Cap on that
You
bullshit.
posted a video?
I'm calling Cap on the bullshit.
We all thought the same thing, but Vinny actually did it.
No.
We were all
I'm
thinking
calling
the
Cap.
same thing. Wait,
I'm calling Cap. On
when
that
he said yes, I shot a video. He said it twice, because he needed affirmation of it, like he was talking to all of us.
Let's see, where is this?
Wait a minute, Steven.
You
Hold
gotta,
on.
you gotta put the caps on.
Hold on, Steven. Here we go, Steven.
Hold on, I got a
Here we
black
go.
ride.
Hold on. Wait a minute, Steven. All right, Steven.
I said I recorded a video. I didn't say I posted anything.
Okay, look. Is it fitting in there yet? Let me sit down. Steven. Look, Steven, I got one more for you, Steven. Okay, there we go, buddy. All right. Cap.
So
Cap.
anyway,
Cap.
but she's sitting in the lot, has these big old coolers selling lunches for $15 a pop. But these are like nice. Like she actually put effort into these things. And I'm like, you're going to sell out in a few hours. You're going to sell out in a few hours. You're going to make your money. You didn't have to drive a single mile. Like there's opportunities out there. And how much cooler when you show up in a nice car. If you, for example, for me, I want to be able to install security systems at people's houses. How nice for you to be able to roll up in a nice Tesla at the front of their house. No matter what you say, there's a status that comes along with rolling up to somebody's house in a nice vehicle and offering services.
Mm-hmm.
And $500 in the grand scheme of things, I'm betting she's making like $1,000 off of what she does.
Easily.
So there's opportunity there, and hey, it's up to you if you want to take advantage of it. And if you want to protrude the image of success, hey, why not take on a rental like the
Say that again. Say that again, Stephen. Say that part again because people don't understand about projection. Say that again.
Yeah.
Come on.
If you want to project the image of success and an image of somebody that you want to do business with, you got to invest in yourself. That's all you're doing here. You're investing in yourself.
In order to obtain success, you must first project it.
Amen.
So,
I think
hey,
therefore
do what you want with that. Do what you want with that. But to me, the concept of renting a vehicle like this, and again, it's a business expense. You can take that and write it off. But you're putting yourself in a great position. Like you said, look at all the applications you have access to in comparison to the limitation that you have with Hertz.
And let me, and I'll go one. Go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
Let me just add this part.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're talking about,
that's right.
What we're talking about is the difference between.
Well, hold on, Nick. Before you go there, no, I'm joking. I'm just joking.
Yeah, you get me back. I see. Don't worry.
But before you go there, actually, Nick, I got a question for you. When you said Eddie talks about upper tiers, were you talking about him crying or?
I mean, it's a fact. I didn't want to say anything because when you said upper tiers, I was like, what does Eddie know about upper tiers, man?
He always says, sometimes I had to turn.
Why y'all picking on my boy? My boy ain't even here, bro.
I had to lower my
y'all get off my boy.
The only upper tier Eddie knows is the top of the pole, okay?
All right, you could go now, Nick. Sorry.
Hold on, man. Hold on, Raymond. What the hell, bro? What the hell, bro?
You know what it is? It's because Buddha's not here, so he's got to take shots at somebody.
Oh my god! I bet you I could though. I ain't gonna lie, I probably could. Y'all heard me in that car. Y'all heard me on that radio, boy. That's why I get them tips. I know I got the boy. Look at here. Anyway, go ahead, Nick. Now ain't nobody gonna interrupt you. Go ahead.
That's what they say. So the whole point that we're saying is you got to think of this as a business. What is best for your business? So the question was, can you still make profit renting a vehicle? If that's what your business calls for, yeah. But you have to think about it like that. You obviously have to factor in the cost of the vehicle. The other thing that I seen was people saying like, oh yeah, people are too lazy if they're renting to go buy a vehicle. Do you know how much it? Think about it like this. If I paid $500 every week for 4 weeks, that's $2,000 a month. You're telling me I can't afford a vehicle at $2,000 a month? It depends on your business. It absolutely depends on your business. You just got to make these smarter decisions, and that's all we're saying. So the difference between Drive Whip and Hertz, if you don't have those other aspirations, or you're not multi-apping, or you're only on Uber, then you get a Hertz vehicle, 373, and just drive it into the ground, I guess. Hopefully,
and deal with whatever bullshit extra charges they put on your ass afterwards.
Yeah,
all of your charging, because it's not just gonna be 373. It's gonna be, Hey, do you want to pay the $70 for the insurance? Hey, do you want to also cover the loss damage waiver just in case you scratch the tires, which everybody scratches the tires. Oh yeah, hey, why don't you pay the extra $10 for the sun pass, $10 a day? They're gonna add on those fees because, of course, that's what they do. They're hurts.
Don't forget that $20 breathing fee.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
you ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying
I
about that.
I would
dog.
I would say that I would say kind of like what you guys are saying, just kind of have a plan of attack. Like if I was gonna rent a nicer vehicle than my Infinity, that means I've got clients. That means I've got something going on where
Yep. That
Otherwise,
means you're doing what Scott does.
Otherwise I'm just gonna rent something that gets the job done on X and XL or X and Comfort, whatever.
How
But I'm
about
also
this?
gonna do a bunch of other stuff.
How
Because
about
you guys
this?
are right. I actually agree with you guys. Like you just can't. It can't just be one thing. And I guess Vinny with the Throwback Thursday over here talk about delivering newspapers. When I was a teenager, right? Damn, what was it? My first year of college? Yeah, I was delivering newspapers. There was a warehouse. There was like a place you go to. It was an independent contractor thing. Mind you, the independent contractor thing goes back so long, and it's like, yeah, you come and you pick up a shift, kind of like how Amazon is right now, right? I'd go there, I'd pick up a shift. They'd give me a whole bunch of stuff and the bags, and they throw it in the back of my car, and I had to take it home, roll up the newspaper, put it in the protective sleeving, and then I would say to myself, I'm gonna do 50 houses, 20 houses, whatever it was. Yeah, I
What were you
delivered newspapers.
practicing for? What were you practicing for? Rolling up and pushing them in plastic sleeves. What were you practicing for, bro? Fleshlight? Yeah, we know. It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
They didn't invent that back then, okay? But I mean, you're showing your age, Vinny.
I'm old. Listen. All I say to you is keep living, brother. Keep living. That's all I can say. Keep living.
Yeah.
I'm trying to live. I'm trying to keep living. Trust me on this one.
Well, things change, but they're and the way that the work happens changes. But yeah, I mean, you can actually say to yourself some of the stuff I wouldn't do now. If you're in a rented vehicle and your costs are controlled, yeah, do a couple of different things.
I get asked all the time. I know Steven does, and I know Omar does. I'm pretty sure Tony and Nick has it too, bro. I get asked all the time. Do you have a card? Do you have a card? Do you have a card? I'm driving a Model Y. I'm driving a Tesla Model Y. Do you think they're asking for my card because I'm driving a fucking Tesla?
Yeah.
They're not asking because I'm driving a Tesla, bro. They're asking because I might be okay in that driver's seat. You know what I'm saying? I might be a little Rusty Wallace in that son bitch. It might be all right.
Yeah, I got people asking for my card in this Prius that has a clear coat coming off the top.
It's facts, man. Listen, the person and this is the other thing too that I think gets skipped out on a lot. You're going to have half of the people who order a Premier SUV need it. Half of them need it. The other half, they're not. They don't care that you show up in a Suburban, Escalade, Navigator, or what have you. They want to know they're getting a really good driver. They're going to get a decent driver.
Yep.
That's what it is. And so, there it is. That's all I got to say about that. Man, we have been talking about that. Damn it, Nick. And now he's over there typing. What are you typing, bro? You putting in tags on your OnlyFans page? Huh? You putting in tags on your OnlyFans page, bro?
He went back to tag all of his videos.
Huh? What the hell is he doing over there, bro?
I was just adding to it, man. I was just saying, like, Hertz is like an introductory phase. If you want to learn about the Tesla, you just want to drive the Tesla.
Don't even mess with her. Damn that.
That's how you start off with Hertz, in a sense of because you can only do Uber. But like, if you're like, hey, I'm serious about this gig life. Hey, I'm serious about trying other opportunities. You go drive Lyft.
Right.
Vinny, I think this question is more directed to you. Paul C. is asking, what is those things that you're doing to?
Man, that's a whole nother discussion in there, because we talk about it on our videos and stuff like that, and and I'm not trying to be coy about it. I make it no secret, right? There are things you can do. Listen, on YouTube alone right now, there is a huge craving for Tesla content. Huge. Everybody wants to know about the Tesla. I get told all the goddamn time, and I can tell you, I can show it to you. I got freaking lots of dash cam footage, right? Nobody's going to tell you about a car. Here, let's get that off because I don't like it covering your face, Steven. Nobody's going to tell you more about a car than a rideshare driver. Not no mechanic, not no car salesman, not the car manufacturer. An Uber driver knows more about the car that they are driving better than anybody else on the planet because we're in them, in and out. We abuse the shit out of them. Well, we drive them a lot. Okay, let me rephrase that. So my people that drive with don't get upset with me. I don't abuse the car, although it was a submarine last week. I ain't gonna lie. It was coming through like those Russians in Cuba. We were coming through, bro. So there's all kinds of different things you can do. There are people that send me product to review that is made specifically for the Tesla, right? I've hooked Nick up. I've hooked Mario Mateo up. These are products that come through. Again, this is stuff that helps make you money. You have your primary earnings, you have your complementary earnings, and then you have your ancillary earnings. So those are just some things. You know what I'm saying?
Other gig apps, Amazon Flex, Curry, Spark, Instacart, DoorDash, Lyft, Shipped. You can do all of those with the Drive Whip vehicle because you have your own insurance and your own registration. So that's what you need to upload to those apps. You can't do, with Hertz, you don't have an insurance, you don't have a registration, so you can only do Uber.
They got you locked in. Tesla Chronicles wants to know, did we talk about Rideshare Rally? Tesla Chronicles, Buddha, did you get your link to come on the show and talk about the Rideshare Rally? I'm just saying, I'm going to call people out.
Because he's been missing. He ain't say nothing.
The rally has been postponed due to unforeseen issues, and we're going to have a big meeting about that. I've got about 6. Bro, I emailed you the link, bro. I don't want to hear that. Nick, you want to send Buddha the link? Because if I send it to him again, I'm going to send him to a different website. I'm going to send him to Eddie's OnlyFans.
He already has that website.
So the rally, we're going to have a meeting with the board. We have a board, which is mainly the panel here. But we're going to look for Labor Day weekend to make that trip to Austin to benefit Wounded Warrior Project, Tunnels to Towers, and victims of rideshare violence. Which I almost want to get into that, but I'm going to leave that alone. Damn it, that's why I didn't want to mention that because I knew it was going to get triggered. So anyway, what else is going on in the rideshare world, man? What's going on with everybody? How we doing? They left me here. Nick is gone. Omar's gone. Tony's here.
Well, I will tell you that my stress levels are down with a completely paid for car that I just spend like maybe $12 a day on fuel.
Oh, wow.
That's beautiful.
That is a beautiful thing. That's what Mr. Gambit's always talking about. Getting a car and using it to do what you got to do. That's all paid off. But what's your bigger goal with that, though, Tony? You got a bigger goal.
Yeah. So the cost savings of that is to get into a Tesla, a used one that's already a lot depreciated. So I'm not taking that hit. But and looking for one with free supercharging for life. And paying cash for that, so I still have that stress-free feeling.
Okay. Well, no. Listen. You're not wrong for that. I don't know if a lot of people were following your journey there with the getting debt-free, and then and now you've gone back to the Prius so that you can earn enough to go ahead and buy your own Tesla outright and then start the rental process.
Yep. And so the Prius has already eliminated my baby step 1 from Dave Ramsey, my emergency fund.
That's what's up.
Okay.
But I'll be able to replenish that probably by the end of next week.
Steven, you came in for that one. That's what
Hey,
made you come
hey. Baby steps are where it's at.
Pitter patter. Pitter patter.
Baby
pitter
steps. What's it called? Getting that basic emergency fund and then getting up to that fully funded emergency fund. Nothing feels
Yeah,
better.
but if Tony don't tie a knot in it, he ain't ever going to be able to keep an emergency fund because it's going to be called the diaper fund.
Yeah, we only have one in diapers right now.
Okay, the last one in diapers, right? The last one.
Yeah, the toddlers revert when you have a new one. So back off of
do they?
diapers. For the 3-year-old, he still has to have pull-ups for at night, but during the day
it takes time. All right, SB Rides wants to know: did anybody else take advantage of the Uber car seat discount? It's a very nice car seat. We don't have car seat in our market.
I think that Eddie took advantage of that though, because he needed it for his seat.
Oh my god!
I got the booster seats for the what is it, for hop skip drive for the little ones, but I just got the ones from Amazon.
God.
Don't come.
Scott sent me a
I'm
text
just trying to
message
get
says,
Eddie to join up is all.
speaking of Eddie, where you at?
I guess he's making money. Hopefully.
Well,
He's floating around.
He's
making money on the corner.
Slow.
He's making
His
money
market's
on the
been
corner.
slow. Melvin's market's been slow. So, I mean, I know out there in Texas, they've been a little slow. I talk to these guys all the time. So, oh my God, that's funny. All right. So what else is going on? What else are we doing? Steven,
Yo.
when do you plan to put out a video again, brother? I'm just curious.
At all. Like, just anything.
Hold up, Nick. I know you ain't talking.
I know. He came for your whole life, damn.
But I just put out a short.
It was like a boomerang. It went to Steven and then came right back to Nick.
But I just put out a short the other day. I put out 2 shorts.
All right, I've been owing you for a while, so let me get this thing out. I have the recording, so let me work on that tonight.
I just got a text back from Eddie. Yeah, we might not.
He's in South Austin working the corner.
He might be. What he just showed me, he might have to.
Oof.
It was pretty bad. Pretty bad. Well, I only did $80. I only did like $83 today. That was it. It was just bad, bro. It was bad.
Well, that's another thing too, right? Is when you have to recognize that as well. You can put yourself. You could be your own worst enemy in any vehicle, whether you're renting or you're owning, but especially renting because you feel that the burden of that rental cost. Yeah,
pressure. You can say it.
But I think it's important to not lose track of where you're going. It's like if you had a goal in mind of when you rented that vehicle, try not to lose sight of that. But at the same time, also keep in mind where you're at. Like if you had like a 6-month timeline and you were going good, now you're falling off a little bit. Just make sure you're getting back on that timeline, because it can spiral down, and the next thing you know, you're actually losing money in the thing. So.
Buddha, I sent it in Discord. Oh, you're already here. All right, never mind.
Well, the bottom line to that, Omar, I'll speak to that. It's like everything, right? It's like everything else. If you set a goal, right, you don't change the goal. You just change the method to achieve the goal. So that's how I look at it.
That's true too. You know what? You're right.
Well, yeah, you have to. You have to. You can't change the goal. The goal is the goal.
Yeah.
Right.
The methodology has to change. Yeah. And Buddha knows what I'm talking about, because there's a place I tell him to always go to, and but he don't like to listen to me, man.
What are you talking about? Every time I hear you talking, you guys are always talking about TJ going to
Yeah, I
TJ.
was gonna say TJ.
That's all I ever hear about is TJ getting a BJ.
Get a
Well,
wife.
see,
Get a wife.
for me, hold on.
And a wheel for your car.
Okay.
Got him.
Okay. So see, TJ for me is my money maker because I speak Spanish and English, and
Hey
I
man,
get a lot of
There you
people.
go. There you go. That's a legit thing. He's not making fun of anybody. That's a legit thing. He's taking what he knows.
I get people to go down from where I live to the border for $450 no matter what.
Yeah, Vinny, man. If there was still a market,
Like
Vinny,
in
you
1
should be
hour and a
selling
half.
bowling balls out of the back of your Tesla. If there was still a market for that shit, or even drilling the bowling balls out the back of your Model Y. Think about it.
And a lot of people say,
I could never get a drill press big enough to. I would need a box truck, and I'm no longer
"Hey,
into that shit. There's no money in bowling anymore.
Yeah.
a lot of people say there's no way you're getting 450 to go down to San Diego." But
Don't give away your secrets, Buddha. Just warning you.
Yeah.
no, bro, trust me, nobody's gonna.
Well, we got him in timeout. We need to save him from himself.
Yeah, we need to save him from himself. Bro. He thinks he's the only one.
I don't
Not
think
really.
Buddha
I'm
even
not the
knew I put
only
him
one
in
who does
timeout.
it. It's just that once people feel confident in you, once people find the confidence in you, they'll do it.
Hey, Buddha, what are you doing at home, bro?
I already made my money. How about you?
Oh.
As in a missing wheel and duct tape, I'm still making more than you, dog.
Damn.
Jeez.
Wait, is the car outside or is that the shop? What are you talking about?
Where's
What are
your
you talking about?
Escalade at? Oh, it's Southern California, isn't it?
Oh shit! Buddha said, "I done made my money. It's still daylight outside. What are you doing out of your coffin?"
Hey, listen. More power to you working Figueroa Street. More power to you. Okay? Hey.
I do my money in I do all my money steady with less than 10 rides a week, bro. What's up?
No,
the
now
app.
you're copping. Now you're copping. Now he's copping. He's copping.
Oh, do I get to put on
I
all
got
those
the
hats
proof.
again?
He's copping. He's
Do I get to
copping.
put on
I
all
got
my
the
hats
proof.
again?
He's copping. He's copping.
So Scott, do you want to come on the show tonight, Scott? Since you're trolling heavy tonight, somebody invite Scott.
Oh.
Somebody send Scott the link.
Last week I drove Scott. He's all
Like
like,
that-
Damn.
That's
right
what I wanted to hear about. I wanted to hear about how was it driving Scott around? Was it civilized?
they say that there's clients out there that you'll never forget. And
Damn. My boy went Luther Vandross on us.
I'll never find.
it was real.
You're lucky I couldn't text as fast.
Another 1-star passenger like him.
I kept trying to press it. I couldn't. I was like, "What? Why isn't this stupid thing working?" I was like, "Oh, that's right, because friends and family." But yeah, yeah.
Whoa, speaking of friends and family, ooh.
So, oh, am I scared of him? I don't work for him anymore. Anyway,
Embrace it, my boy.
so
This is how you never
he's
work
like-
for a kid.
yeah, he hits me up. He's like, "Oh yeah," he's like, I got this one ride for you." He's like, "Yeah, just come at this time." I forgot what time I went to go pick him up. And I'm rolling up. He's like, "Yeah, they're ready to go whenever you are." I'm like, "Okay, I'm just around the corner. Do they want me to pop up right in front of the restaurant that they're at?" And so I'm rolling up. These people off the side of the street start waving at me, and I'm like, "Oh, I think I see them right there." Of course, it's not them. Scott comes rolling around the corner, like he's like, "Oh yeah, it's me." I'm like, "What?"
Got him.
Hey,
He's
bro,
like-
I'll tell you straight up. When you see Scott, you know it's Scott, bro.
Oh yeah. There's no confusion. It's Scott.
Homie is like Yao Ming.
Yeah.
but the white version. You feel me? Like,
What's going on, Scott?
bro,
Did y'all just call Scott Big Bird? Did y'all just call Scott Big Bird?
Bro, when we were at Coachella, I'd be like, "What's up, Scott?"
That's why he was on top, Benny.
Oh. Hey, bro, don't act like you and Brandon weren't over there touching each other's on the white undies, huh?
Not
Bro.
the whitey
The
tighties. Not the
tiny
whitey
whitey.
Don't act like anybody could. Don't act like nobody could sleep in that room with you in it, okay? We had the neighbors complaining, okay?
All right.
All right, folks. I just want to apologize to everybody out there watching the program tonight. I have no control. I have lost control of the set. This is now the Pluto, Omar, and Scott Comedy Fest.
This
The
is
rest of
right
us
sir.
are just here.
This is
You
right
just
sir.
gotta
After, this
witness.
is right sir after dark.
Boom boom room.
When none of us are making any money.
Damn.
Hey, bro, we all
We're
gotta
throwing
have
up
a good
dust.
laugh. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
So yeah, I roll up and he's waving at me. He's like, yeah. He's like, why don't you come on in? You know, come get yourself a bite to eat and whatnot.
Oh,
we're just
Diddy
chilling.
style.
Damn.
Yeah.
Come on in, Diddy style, huh?
Oh,
Okay.
This is why he was singing before. There will never be another one.
Hey, as Scott would
It
say,
all
he's not
makes
paying for the
sense.
baby.
Oh my God.
So I roll
It's
up,
all making
and he's
sense.
got his family. His family's all chilling inside. They're drinking. They hit three different bars and whatnot. I don't even remember the name of the last place. Scott can write it down in the comments.
Damn, you don't remember what happened? Oh my goodness.
What a good
Wow.
They call that the date drug, buddy. That's the date drug.
Yeah, man.
I said I
You
didn't
didn't
know the
walk
name
of
of
shame,
the
Steven?
place.
Did you have to do the walk of shame?
No. Heck
Hey,
no.
did you provide Fiji
I did that walk
water?
of.
Did you provide Fiji water? And
Hey, so Scott, so Scott, how much did you actually pay Steven?
Steven, did you get a car
inquiring
wash?
minds, we want to know if Steven
Yes.
was if he was a cheap thrill or not. That's what we want to know.
Mm.
And when Steven, did Scott have tunnels going to the next house?
Tunnels. What? No, I didn't really deal with no tunnels going to the next house. But his family's nice. His girl's cool. She asked me all kinds of questions, like how I get in the business, how did I meet Scott and everything. His aunt is wild. She's got what's it called? She's got an interesting backstory with her husband and whatnot. And so she was living it up over at the bar. We had some pretty good tacos over there. One of them ended up taking their own ride, and ended up driving Scott, his girl's aunt, and one of their friends. Or
Well,
no, two of their friends home.
in case anybody's wondering, this is the PG version of what actually happened.
Yes,
okay?
yes,
This
exactly.
was
Yep.
I'm trying to think what movie
Yeah.
this is like. This is like a combination of movies, like Old
Good Will
School
Hunting.
and the one where they were in Vegas.
I mean, they stay sitting there roasting each other. It's hilarious.
this is what you call Rideshare Garage on the higher end channels on this. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, when you
We're-
got
we're
the
on the
higher-end
eight-
clients,
Hey, bro, we're on the Showtime. type
Even
of
over
channel
here,
right now, bro.
even over here talking like he the Black James Bond over here. You know, I showed up.
Hey, bro. The
Okay,
first-
well then this is
And
what I
then
want to know.
and then I was invited in, and then what happens next is
you know, it's up to your
Oh.
interpretation. You know,
It's a little
what happens with
trapeze,
your client
huh?
stays with.
hey, and by the
stays
way, y'all
between you and
noticed
your
that
client.
Steven's wearing a headset, right? Because the wife can't hear what was going on.
She's not here right now.
Right.
Oh my god.
It's the first, like,
You won't be making you won't be cooking dinner, huh?
Nah, not tonight.
The place,
Oh, wait,
the
no,
place,
no.
the place.
Yes, she will. The name of the place.
okay.
She got me. Scott will have to write the name down. But yeah,
All right, Chris Sanchez says driving around an hour and he hadn't gotten a ride yet. Not sure what
Wait.
market you're in there, brother, but
is that
I
Chris? Is that Chris? Is that my boy Chris? He's
Sanchez?
also Sanchez.
Hmm.
Is that Chris? You
Hey,
know,
that was me today.
yo, is that bro? There's a
I don't
guy.
know.
There's a guy in the there's another guy in the other server. He timed it on his Apple Watch. 2 hours and 40 minutes before he got his first X ping
Jeez.
today.
Well, he was in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Ross
Hey,
P says,
Vinny.
yes.
No, you can go ahead and read that one.
I just bought a Tesla 24 Model Y strictly to Uber. Is it worth it? Not strictly to do Uber, and no. Nope.
Please tell me
Got to
you're
do other
lying.
things.
I hope
Gotta
that
do
they're
other
not.
things.
I hope they're not paying 21%.
And I hope he got the cheapest he could possibly find the thing, because I think you can still get it in the 30s.
No,
Do
you know
it.
what? If you
Do
listen,
it like
listen.
do it like the
Don't-
Driven
don't-
Dad said he's gonna do it. You know, he's looking for the. Well, I mean, I guess you already bought it, but he's trying to get himself the cheapest one he could possibly find that still has the unlimited charging, which is probably going to be a 2018.
You know what? I'm going to revise my answer. If that's how you make your money is driving Uber, then you got to do what you got to do. I think you can make the money. Yeah, you got the 1% APR. You can't beat that, bro. You can't beat that. You can't beat the 1% APR. So,
Unless you
yeah,
have
you can
no
make the
percent.
money. You can make it.
There we go. He said
You
the
can
place
make
is
it.
called Sandy and Short. Vanderpump Rules. It's from
I
Vanderpump
think-
Rules.
Oh, there was a lot of
Whoa.
pumping. There was a lot of pumping going on for sure.
Oh,
I don't know what happened before I got there. All right.
Of course you don't. There was a lot of pumping going on.
Scott, Puff Daddy Robinson paid you 170.
Oh man, yeah, he paid me out. It was a smooth ride. And get this, Vinny. Get this.
He rode you
sitting there.
smoothly.
Even, man.
On live TV.
Steven,
Anyway.
Oh my
What
god!
time is it right now on the West Coast? We gotta put like
Yo,
a
Steven.
disclaimer on this show
Anyway,
right now, man.
all the trash he talks about Teslas, he gets in mind. He's like, "Oh, this isn't bad." I'm like, "What
Oh my
car
God.
were you in before?" Because he talks so much trash about Teslas.
Wait. You just said that there was a lot of drinking, so I'm not sure if we can take any of this.
You know what? All right, fair
I'm
enough.
not sure we can take any of this for.
I'm actually looking forward to the Rideshare Garage After Dark on the Discord now.
Oh boy!
I'm looking forward to it now.
Damn.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Accounting Tom. What's going on, my man? Thomas out there in Tampa says, "What's up, my brothers? I hope all is well. I'm out here grinding." Did you pay Steven 170 to grind also?
Whoa! Choose your words wisely, there, sir.
I guess Tampa didn't get washed away, huh?
No, Tampa didn't get nailed. No, they didn't get anywhere near the amount of rain we got.
By the way, does anybody got the number of that suburban guy? I might need a favor.
So, Nick, I'm gonna let you answer this question. Ross P would like to know, what is this show all about? Question mark. What's the show all about, Mr. Nick? Talk to us.
It's just
This
succumbing
is
to
the Drivers Podcast. It's about real drivers doing real things, sharing our experiences, and having a good time.
That's
All
one
right.
way to put it.
Buddha, what's your opinion of what's the Rideshare Garage, brother? For Mr. Ross, he stumbled across the channel. What the hell? We can't see that shit, bro. What the
You need a
hell?
marker,
Oh
bro.
my goodness,
Yeah,
bro.
thick
Hold on.
marker.
Are you being
Bro.
kidnapped right now, Buddha? What the hell, man?
Blink twice.
Somebody save me,
Yeah.
please. Here's my GPS
Ross.
coordinates.
Absolutely
Ross.
nothing.
Ross, we are a bunch of Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, drive from X all the way up to Premier SUV, Lux Black XLs. We all have various experiences and length of times in the trade. We try to help drivers work smarter, not harder. We talk a lot of Tesla content. We talk a lot of QX60 and SUV content. We will absolutely rip these apps a new asshole, but we'll also give them credit when it's credit's due, which ain't too much
Almost
lately.
never.
No,
Almost never.
Mhm.
But every now and then you get some, and every now and then they like, okay, Uber, that was you. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll take
Most
that
of the time,
money,
that's
thank
an accident. like when
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
had
well-
Inner City.
Yeah, it never happens twice.
When
Hey,
Comfort,
hey.
remember when Comfort was actually paying? Oh my god!
bro, nobody
$1 per
wanted
mile, right?
the
Why
day.
you
No,
think
bro,
this is
hold on.
strike twice?
The day that they took out Lux and added extra comfort, and it was the still same pay as Lux, I was milking that muff till it's dropped. Then I went to Disneyland and it was like $1,
Damn, Steven.
$2.90 for an extra comfort. These are paying like $20 right now. And then that's when everybody's like went crazy that like extra comfort is shit now. Like
Do you guys seeing these answers though that we're getting here? Raymond's like, this podcast is about drivers selling panties from their Teslas.
hey, bro, don't
Hey,
hate.
don't knock it
Don't
till you
hate,
try
bro.
it. Yeah,
I'm,
bro,
you know
no.
what? I gotta actually defend. Now I gotta defend these guys. You know, listen, is anybody being hurt? I mean,
No. But then Antonio's like, well, whose line is it? Rideshare edition.
Scott.
That was a funny program too.
That's pretty
That was
good.
a funny
That's pretty
program too.
good. That is pretty damn good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Scott's
And
like, this show's about 6 ladies that are on their period. Okay.
Mostly
Okay.
Omar, but yeah, you know.
Welcome
Hey,
to
that
Chose
happens
Bible.
at my house
Yeah.
probably sometimes.
Jeez.
Oh,
Oh,
you ain't
God.
lying. Ross says, I try to take as many rides for $10 and above. I ain't mad at you.
Yep.
That's one strategy. That's a good strategy. It ain't a bad strategy. Shit,
$10 for
I'm with
20
you.
miles. Let's go.
And he's out of Houston, Texas. Okay.
Shout out to H-Town. Shout out to the
Shout out to H-Town. So that'd be a third. That'd be like the 15th guy we got coming out of Texas. Now we're just here to have a good time, man. We talk a little. We get done with business early the first hour. We'll talk about something serious in the back hour. It's a free for all, man. We ain't gonna lie. You're liable to hear anything and everything.
damn,
on this
Scott is he's still shooting. Just bang.
And there's
There's another one too. You got another banger on there too. Go down in the comments.
oh my god. You can Omar, can you not click on the comments?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
Sorry,
but
can't help
hey, Ross, welcome to. Glad you found this.
We do this every
Garage
Wednesday
of-
night.
The garage of fuckery. You know what I'm saying? you get to learn a lot and you get to laugh a lot, and it's a good thing because it distracts you from all the bullshit that goes on with these apps. That's for sure.
Oh shit. Steven said we got a gringo. Oh, the one where what do you say you would have called?
Hey,
Yeah. That's what
hey! Oh my god!
Yeah. I'm a witness. I got picked up by
Hey, y'all just hate it because I make more than y'all. It's all good.
Listen, Buddha. I will admit to this, Buddha.
No, I'm
I will
kidding.
admit
I'm
to this,
kidding.
bro. I would admit to this, Buddha. You got it going on out there, brother. You are definitely making some money. You are spanking the shit out of Nick. You are spanking the shit out of Steven. You are spanking the shit out. Well, everybody's spanking the shit out of Omar. You are spanking the shit out of me, right? But if I had to put my money on you or Tony, I'm gonna put my money on Tony.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
I
bro.
did make 1,600 last week,
Hey.
so.
Hey, but that's
What?
the thing, though, right? It's not a competition, bro. Honestly, it's not a competition.
No,
I'm
it's
just
a
doing it-
competition.
It is.
a
Okay, yeah,
competition.
definitely.
Yeah, it is. It's a competition. Yeah, it is. Stop lying.
And I usually
Stop
don't
lying.
count. I don't count my W-2 money, so I'm gonna put it up against my W-2 money too. So
So let's do this.
Bro,
If
bring your
if you
fucking
crack-
pressure washing money. I
Hold
still,
on.
bro.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
If you cracked 4 digits last week, raise your hand. If you cracked 4 digits last week, raise your hand. No, W-2s don't count.
what?
And I know Tony's got his hand up.
Hey, I'm working my money. Forget you guys.
Bro, look. Bro.
You just mad you don't got those government benefits. All right, look.
Ross B said he made 720 last week and drove 1,000 miles. No, that's 50 miles for that 720.
Yeah.
That should be
That's too
more
many
like
miles for 720.
it should be
Yeah,
more like
that's
600.
That's a lot of
no.
miles for
Maybe
720.
under
Yeah, that's a lot of
600.
miles. Yeah, I would
He's on
say
X. I can tell.
Oh yeah,
You want to
hey,
try to
yeah.
match
See,
up? You
hey,
want to
put the
try to
SB
match up
right
at least
comment,
$1 a mile. You want to
bro.
try to
Put the
match up
SB right
$1 a
comment up.
mile. What? Which one?
That one. Yup. What does it say?
Buddha.
Oh,
Though thought you had shoes when I saw you in LA.
I
It was
did
all a
have
dream.
shoes. I had Vans on.
It was all a dream, SB. It wasn't Buddha.
yeah.
It was all a dream, bro.
damn.
You
You
used to
rode
read
through
Word
the
Up
wrong hood.
magazine.
Bro.
Yeah, you rode through the wrong hood, and they had that ganja going, and you got a contact,
Bro,
and you was
stop.
seeing shit.
Hey,
You was
Steven,
hallucinating, bro. That West Side.
Steven, were you at Curve before?
Yeah.
Dude, didn't they put that shit like straight in the ghetto, bro? They
Yeah.
put Curve
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like the
cheap.
cheapest place they could find almost.
The venue was nice, but the area around it was like.
Just use that to your advantage. That's all. You know how, Buddha.
All right. Well, listen,
Nah,
we are at 1 hour 50 minutes because we're gonna shut this one down on time tonight for a change. Okay. Usually, every time I say this, we wind up on this damn thing for another hour, which is okay as long as it's a good conversation. All right. But
Say
we're
that
gonna
there's
start.
no good competition?
What? What do you say?
No, I'm just fucking with y'all.
What's
What
up?
was that?
Buddha, you got your car fixed?
I got the rim fixed. Actually, I was on the radio with the guys and I said, bro, I cracked my rim and I didn't even know, bro, until the guy at the tire shop's like, hey, you see this? I'm like, damn. And if you're a Tesla owner or you're renting well, not renting,
Here we go.
but
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
it is hard
Not
to
really.
find rims and everything for a cheap price because Tesla quoted me over $500 for one rim without the tire. So
Yeah, they're not cheap.
I found the tire and the rim brand new for 260, and I had to do it, bro. I can't be not without work either. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
So
Buddha, if you stopped doing $50 for an hour and a half down the mountain, you'd be able to afford.
you, sir, don't understand. You know what? You know what? This is what I tell everybody who says, "Oh, you're dumb, bro. Go home and drive around for another fucking hour, bro." And that's when Buddha gets back home. Well, everybody is already at home.
I was
All
just gonna
right,
say, I'm home. Vinny's at home.
bro.
Well,
I live 100.
Nick lives in Bumfuck South
I live on
Homestead,
a.
so we can't use him as an example.
Nick's down
Yeah,
there with the mosquitoes and alligators.
Yeah, man.
but see, if I get a ride down the mountain, right? This is my. Everybody has a
She'll be
strategy.
coming around the mountain when she comes.
We have all.
She'll
Yeah,
be coming
yeah.
around the mountain when she
This
comes.
is the ant portion of
She'll
the
be
programming,
coming around
everyone.
the mountain. She'll be coming around that mountain. She'll
If
be
I
coming around that
if I
mountain
am
when she comes.
if
Up, up,
if
up. I can't justify it.
if I'm
Spit
an
it out.
ant,
Spit
if
it
I'm
out.
in,
Don't swallow. Spit it out.
I'm not
Figueroa.
I'm not. Nah, look, bro, check it. I have my own strategy. Whatever pays me to go
shit.
down that
I'm
mountain.
sorry, y'all, tonight. I apologize. It's just
Whatever
Whatever
pays you to go
whatever-
down that mountain, bro. What did you? Oh my goodness. Okay, Vinny, we gotta cut this show off. We're gonna get,
No,
we're gonna get disconnected by YouTube, man.
listen, homie, listen, look.
It's so hard to build my YouTube channel up. It's gonna lose it in one night.
I get a ride down the mountain for $50. Cool. By the time, but I start at 3
You
in
let
the
them
morning.
ride you down the mountain for
That's
50
what I was
bucks?
thinking.
Bro,
I go.
that's cheaper than Figueroa prices. Okay, everybody go to San Bernardino. That's where you get the value.
$50 for 20 miles. Do you think that's trash?
Damn. You got people can last 15 miles?
$50 for 20 miles. You think that's
Hour and a half traffic.
But see, that's the thing though. Once once I hit the bottom where the big market is at,
Whoa.
oh my god, these, oh my god,
We're not doing
oh
anything.
my
You're doing.
god.
We're losing people left and right too, bro. I can't even lie, bro.
Pause.
All I know is last week and the week before that, my rides averaged $80 per ride. So fuck it.
Cheap hoe.
What?
All right. Hey, Mr. Gambit says it's Juneteenth and Kendrick Lamar is at the Forum in LA. Let's hope Uber doesn't steal all the money when the show ends in the next couple hours. Well, let me tell you
Ooh.
something. Mr. Gambit, ask Omar and Nick, ask them how much surge popped up last night at game five of the NHL Stanley Cup Finals.
I made my own search.
Damn, the ones that lost. That's
Doesn't
tough.
matter. There was
That's tough.
no, there was
Lost.
like $3 on Uber and like $1.50 on Lyft or something like that. That was it.
Hey, get what
Great
you
class.
get.
It was
Don't
20,000.
throw a fit,
It
bro.
was 20,000. It was 20,000 people at that stadium, bro.
Bro, that place was slam packed.
Yeah.
It was so packed they had the blimp hauling ass around the top of the arena last night.
for,
Yeah,
for a losing team, that's crazy.
Well,
Damn waste
listen.
of resources. Okay.
Listen, I'm not even mad. I hope they lose. I want the Panthers to lose. The way their management at that building is treating us Uber drivers, it serves them right. I hope they lose.
But me and Omar actually seen an incident that makes sense. You know, it's we had a driver there that was just like, I'm not moving. He was blocking. He was blocking the lane. He was like, yeah, I'm not moving. I'm waiting on somebody. He wasn't waiting on nobody.
Wasn't waiting on nobody.
He just gave him a hard time, and it's like, you got to take the good with the bad. Like they don't like us, partly because of those situations. You know.
I get it.
I would say that they'll use that as an example to say, this is why y'all got to get the hell out of here, and that's a mischaracterization using one bad example of everybody. But I digress.
Well, that's like saying all white
was-
people look alike. That's like saying all white people look alike. You just don't. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
You can't stereotype shit like that. I offered the solution. I know the solution. I have the solution. The solution is extremely simple. Extremely simple.
There's a couple solutions there. They're extremely
Just
simple.
yep, one simple solution solves all that bullshit. It really does. You sign up. No, I'm not going to say. I'll tell you after the show.
Oh, Vinny.
Mm,
No, it's a simple solution, bro. I'm not giving it to him for
Oh.
free. I don't care how cute that little chick is that's out there wanting to punch you in the face every time you questioned her. You know who I'm talking about. And then your Broward County special. What is his job title? He's an Uber driver inspector, which
He's
doesn't. There is no title that exists.
He's a fake.
Fake.
Uh,
Yeah.
just a fake.
What are you talking about?
So Mr. Gambit says, I drop off at the Forum, but I won't pick up. That's how I feel about Amerit Bank Arena right now. All right, that's how I feel about that right now. I'll drop off there, but I ain't
I
picking up.
think I think
I
I
hate
think
going to the pickup.
I think Uber and Lyft should really talk to the people on the ground and make the app where, hey,
No.
this is the pickup and this is where the drop off and this is where shit should be people should be picked up and drop off, because I've talked to people at the Coachella, right, biggest event, right, in the summer, beginning of the summer, and the cops there are even saying that we don't even know where Uber wants you guys to go, because Uber sends you to a place, right, to the shithole of Monroe Street, knowing damn well nobody could get there because the cops already blocked it off. They should have a plan like, hey, this is the route that you should go when it's blocked off, so you could get in and out. But no, they don't. There's literally no connection between the apps and what's on the ground, and these events been going on for so long and they still haven't figured it out to talk to these people like, hey, this is how we're gonna do the flow pattern. adjust your app because they have the resources and engineers to, hey, this is where we're gonna have to go through to get the passengers and
Well,
boom, boom,
well,
boom. You know.
with at the Panther Arena, American Bank Arena, there's always been a designated area for Uber and Lyft drivers. And it's moved around a couple of times, but there's always been a designated area. But it's only the last 3 months or so where now they got somebody new in charge. She's trying to cut her teeth to make a name for herself. And to a point, to Omar's point, you have people there working that they're not on the app. So they're just out there trying to get rides. Now we talk about Fight Club and finessing and stuff like that, but these are people that are not even legitimate drivers. They have no app access, but they show up anyway. And then what happens is when people are coming down that big walkway, they're standing there with their phones talking about Uber. You need an Uber, need a ride, need a ride, need an Uber, need a ride, and they're harassing people. It's one thing to stand there and engage in a conversation with somebody about maybe a business transaction. You like how I put that, Omar? Versus standing there badgering people, hey, forget that, come with me. They do the same thing across the street at the mall, at the biggest mall biggest mall in Florida, right? Where there are certain guys in minivans that they sit at every entrance, right in the entrance. And they're sitting there just waiting. Hey, you need an Uber? Hey, you need an Uber? And then when you're coming up because you got a request to go pick up, they're cutting side eyes at you. Like you did because the people chose to go with an actual Uber driver instead of some Joe Blow off the street. So you got to be really, really, really careful with that shit. And that's what the problem is, Omar. Go ahead.
So I would say this. I would say that I disagree strongly with what Buddha had to say. Also, Dirty South Radio, man, is your caps lock key broken on your phone, man? You whiz, dude. It's like just bam. I'm reading the comments while you guys are talking. So I disagree with the whole thing about Uber has to do this. Uber doesn't have to do a goddamn thing. Seriously. Remember when Uber started, it was a disruptive new technology that came out. A lot of people didn't like it. It got banned in Broward County. All kinds of stuff. They left Austin. It's Uber and Lyft or rideshare in general is still a problem in a lot of places, and a lot of people just don't like it. And I don't even think it really goes across political lines. It's just politics and money. I feel my tinfoil hat on. We're in the Stanley Cup Finals, and it's $75 per spot at that arena. They don't want us there because they are trying to increase their profits. And there are a number of other places. And there are a number of other places where they are, let's say, looking at Uber drivers because it's like we're not getting our profit. And I don't want to name the specific place, but there's a specific place that's looking at everything coming and going, and they're going, too much is coming and going here, and we're not getting our money. And that's all they care about.
That I agree with.
That's all they care about. That's all they care about. So it's not Uber and Lyft because I bet you, and I hate to do this, for just a moment, I'm going to defend Uber for just a moment. I think that there are times when Uber and Lyft may want to.
Wait. No, time out. No. He's going to defend Uber and Lyft, and nope, because I promise you, Omar, I will never let you forget it. You sure you want to finish this statement? I'm going to bring you back. It's up to you if you finish the statement, but I promise you, I will never let you forget it. Go ahead.
I think that I've heard that there are times when they are trying to work with venues and places, and the venues and places don't want to work with them. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say, because I can't defend them. I really can never defend them because they're horrible. And I will say this too about having a designated area. When Buddha, you say, "Oh, this event's been going on for a long time," we have the same thing down here. We've had Ultra Music Festival. We've had the football games. Now we have Formula One, where they don't even want rideshare. It's on the website. Right. Rideshare is highly discouraged. Do not take rideshare.
Yep.
We'll provide our own thing that you have to pay hundreds of dollars more extra as part of your package.
Right.
Take a Brightline. Guess what? Brightline is no longer doing any discounted rides, man. Brightline's like almost $100 from freaking West Palm to Miami or whatever it is. Like, it's pretty expensive per person to take something that's supposed to help traffic and get you out of your car. bougie train service. Kiss
Mm-hmm.
my ass. So, yeah, before you
I
say
agree.
there should be a designated area, no one's gonna do it. Like, there's no designated area for taxis. And to be honest with you, in a lot of states, we operate, and I say we as rideshare drivers operate in this really weird gray area of for hire. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's not going to happen, having a designated area. To be honest with you, if you're smart and you have common sense, maybe you don't want a designated area. Maybe you
We
listen
make
to
our
yourself.
designated areas.
Exactly. All I can say is be smart and don't be a part of the problem. To Vinny's point, when he says people are harassing people, that really bothers me. He's right about that. Some people are really harassing people. I don't mind, me personally, the drivers that are off the app, but be smart and don't be in the way. That one
Oh,
person that Nick was talking about last night was in the way.
And don't
And
piss off everybody that
me and
walks
Nick
by.
were actually in a parking spot. I was not blocking any traffic on on Pat Salerno, where you had the last game, not last night. The game 3, was it? No, game 2. Game 2 at Panthers Arena. I swear, and I was telling Vinny and the guys this. What I saw was unreal. It was almost a complete blockage of Pat Salerno. This is a road that comes off a highway. When you get off the highway, you don't even stop. You just keep on going. It's one of those types of. It's an exit off the highway, and it's the back of the. It's the north side of the arena. 3 lanes plus like a shoulder, almost completely filled with cars. Now, when you say we should have a waiting lot, what waiting lot would have held all that? And those are drivers from Orlando, from Tampa, from Jacksonville that came down here. So, again, it's almost like a survival of the fittest kind of mentality. And if you're smart, you'll survive. And if you're dumb,
Well, I mean,
you'll be sitting there
I went
waiting
the
for
other
a
way
ride.
on it. I went the other way on it, like I normally do.
Right. And Vinny's right. He's not wrong.
I took rides that had I took rides that had nothing to do with the game.
Yeah, maybe I'll just not
I
even
did
be
2 of
there.
them and made the same money. Made the same money and took rides. To me, I'm always gonna be, if the crowd goes left, I'm going right. Because I don't want the stress. You guys go, I listen to you guys on the radio, and I've been there, done that. I've done that too, and sometimes I got no choice. I got to go, but I don't want that stress.
The organization has to come from people who care about the organization. So, like, that would have to be the venue. The venue would have to say, we want our experience here, no matter what you do, no matter how you get here, to be a memorable and pleasurable experience. That's how the free market works. We were just talking. Stephen was just talking about, a lady selling food out of
lunches.
Her back of her. Lunches.
Chinese food.
It was
lunches.
quality food. Okay, and the presentation was good.
A lot. Yes.
Free market. Hey, my stuff is better than someone else's stuff. I bet you she's not the only person there selling food.
No.
Every single venue in South Florida has something nice to say about it, like in the reviews. But then when you get to the end of the review, man, getting out of there was a pain in the ass.
Ain't that the
common theme? It's a common theme. Lack of details. We as drivers, and politics. Me and you, Vinny, by ourselves, or a group of drivers, whatever. We could fix the traffic at the Heat Arena, at the Dolphin Stadium, at the Panthers Arena. You name it, we could fix it
in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So
especially Panther Arena, Panther Arena.
There's no need for necessarily
there's so many escape routes.
Yeah, there's not necessarily a need for a designated area. I will say this though. This is the last thing I'm going to say because I'm passionate about this. Last night they were. Nick was saying that they were letting drivers in at Gate 5. Gate 5 made sense, Vinny, because Gate 5 means you go past Gate 1 and Gate 2 on past Salerno. You make the right turn on 136, and then you come in. You come back west, right? Yeah, you would come back west inside the parking lot. That makes a lot of sense because you can't get in through Gate 3. So keep the traffic flowing to 136, and then if you want to come back in, that actually made sense. If they continue that could maybe that little change could maybe fix a whole bunch of problems if drivers adapt.
Listen, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but we're talking about these are people that they got budgets. It's like everything else. They got budgets. They got to make the money. And I just wanted to correct you on something. The cheap parking was $75.
Oh,
was the VIP parking was $180.
You're right.
So that's.
Well, we had a sign right next to us where we were standing that said, and I didn't even see it. I took a picture of it. It says, parking is $75. And then the guy was yelling at us too. The guy was no, there was a bunch of drivers there. There's some guy that drives like an Echo, and he really takes his job seriously. I don't even know what to call this guy. He's the sergeant of the parking lot. It's not the guy that you're used to, Vinny. It's somebody else. And then the I saw a bunch of drivers try to get in, but it was all coned off right at the beginning of exit gate 3, and he goes, "You better turn around. It is $75 to park here in my lot. The police will give you a ticket. Get out." No hi, no hey, are you confused? Nothing. That was the guy's attitude. Oh, and he backed up his car almost into somebody. He tried to block the entrance to.
I'm telling you, man, these rent-a-bums, bro. They're fucking rent-a-bums.
So like that's another situation where, yeah, that driver that Nick was talking about was an a-hole and was part of the problem. But then you have this person I guess is an employee of the place, and that's his attitude. So,
but yep. By the way, I just wanted to show. I wanted to highlight Buddha here for a minute. I wanted to highlight Buddha in his beautiful sign there. It's such a beautiful sign. I don't know where he got that from, but I'm venturing that it came out of the top of somebody's coffin lid. That's all I can say.
It did came from Omar. It came from Omar. I stole it.
I know where it came from. Omar is the broke ass rideshare garage.
Nah, bro.
Hey. Adding to the fun of everything, right?
See, Mr. Gambit.
Oh, absolutely.
The way to get those, winky rides is you go across the street from the SoFi. You go on the other side and park right in the middle of the houses, bro. Or me and Kyle and Steven one time parked in the middle of the alleyway.
You sure you don't want to have this conversation?
Like,
oh no, I'm gonna let him run his mouth so he ain't got no work.
Yep.
I mean, just Discord, maybe.
No. I'm gonna let Buddha run his mouth. If Buddha wants to give away his trade secrets, I'm gonna let him.
Let's start.
You know what? Get my Patreon. I'll tell you everything in LA, bro.
There you go. Now you're thinking like an entrepreneur. Yeah. I gave you the tip. You want the rest?
I don't think there is enough for the rest, bro.
Hey, Buddha, listen. That might be that's a problem for you, buddy. That's a problem for you, buddy. Okay, that sounds like a you problem.
I don't know about that much.
Buddha just said all you were tip and nothing else. Oh my God. Now we know who was on top and who was on bottom at Coachella. Now we know the truth.
So we gonna do the tip of the week.
I'm out. No.
I feel like Nick I guess Nick feels like he's left out because I mean he's really, really like wanting to get to the tip, like he's like, man, all this without me, huh?
Well, Curry gave him the tip yesterday.
Man, see, that's the thing too, bro. A lot of there's Curry is a good app.
I'm still waiting to get on.
Curry's a good app, but when it comes down to their fucking support system,
language, Buddha, language.
I'm sorry, bro. It had to come out once. Just give me that one pass. Just one pass.
All right, I'll give you a pass.
No.
All right, that one pass.
You get that pass because they customer service sucks.
fucking sucks, bro. bro, they sent me a message. Please call the drop off person because seems like you're not gonna make it in time. I'm like, how the fuck are you already sending me a message? I haven't even got the damn product yet.
All right, and on that note,
tip of the week.
Buddha, set us up, baby. Buddha, start us off. Tip of the week, man. Let's wind it up.
Tip of the week. Don't get cracked rims. No, I'm just saying. My bad. My tip of the week is don't do too many rides, that are not paying you well. Make sure you 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 do enough rides that will pay you consistently what you want. You know what I'm saying? Don't take bullshit rides. Take Never mind. You know what? Fucking I'm done.
What?
Alrighty then, Nick.
All right. uh, really simple, really easy. Yeah. If it's slow in your market, try a different app.
Multi app. Yep. Omar.
So I had learned this. I've always known this. I had a hard time articulating it. I learned this from um really smart guy, in my opinion. Um, take what you know to do, or take what you love to do, and apply it entrepreneurially. And I remember the first time I ever heard this, I thought to myself, "That's what I'm trying to do. I just didn't know how to." So yeah, one of the reasons why I got into rideshare is because I like to drive. And yeah, I could be a truck driver and do other kinds of work. And I did have another job, a W-2, where I was driving around, and things just didn't work out there. And I was there for 10 years. So yeah, take what. Don't let just ride share or whatever it is be the thing that crux you. I mean, we Steven always talks about it, and a lot of us talk about learning new skills and different that. If you find something new that you like to do, or if now is the time to say, hey, let me try a new hobby, you might be able to turn that hobby into a business. So take a lot of what we talk about here as lessons. So that's my tip of the week. Take what you know to do and what you love to do and apply it entrepreneurially.
Okay. Mr. Gambit says tip of the week: when those bundle rideshare reservations come in, do not take garbage. So I haven't gotten a bundle yet. I don't know exactly. I haven't seen them yet. I don't know if anybody else has. So, but they are starting to bundle reservations. So there's something to think about. Um, Steven, what do you got?
So just like that lady that has those meals selling out at the back of her car, um, hey, if you have a passion for cooking, or you don't mind a little bit of hard, using your elbow grease and wiping down somebody's cars, these are services that will make you money and pretty quickly, especially with how many cars are sitting in the lot. You go down I mean, you've got people, I'm sure you see them, will come off on the street with a spray bottle and whatever rags they have, and they'll come and wipe down windshields and whatnot. Oh, why not offer some of that service? If you need to make extra money, put in some work. I was explaining to some of the kids over at the school, because they're like, oh, well, I would like to start my own business. I'm like, well, what does business really mean to you? What is your goal? What is it you're trying to achieve? And I told the kid, I'm like, look, you could start literally going down the block and ask them if you can clean out their trash cans for them. Go get some simple cleaning supplies and say that you'll clean out their trash cans for the first trash can, $50, and then for the rest, for the other two, 20, whatever. And maybe they might bring you down, but that's $50 you didn't have at the start of the day. And how long is it really going to take you to clean out these cans? There's opportunities out there if you're willing to put in the elbow grease. So if you have a passion for cooking, there's probably going to be people that are willing to buy. Make yourself a platter of whatever and go out and see if people are willing to get feedback. If they're willing to buy it, cool. Get feedback from them, make it better, sell it again. Just like you said, take something that's a passion and turn it into a service.
Okay. Tony, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Buddy, what do you got for a tip of the week?
Yeah, I think I've said this one before, but if you're doing these gig apps, try to figure out a way to spin off on your own, so that the gig apps are your side chick, and your personal business, whether it's in rideshare, food delivery, grocery delivery, etc., is your main source of income.
Okay. For me, I'm going to go with something completely different. Um, check on your friends, right? Check on them. I had to go see somebody today before I came home, and I consider them a friend. And they used to be a client, now they're a friend, and older person, and she just found out that her financial advisor swindled her.
Oh my god.
Okay,
There's a lot of people
and
finding that out recently.
and this is a senior citizen.
Yeah.
Okay, this is somebody who, they're dependent on certain income. They're not going to go out and create more income. And she's really really upset, and this that and the other. And so what I say to you is, check on your peoples, man. Check on your peoples. Sometimes when and as men, this is Men's Mental Health Month and yada 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 and all that good shit. Men, man, we sometimes, bro. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. And you're not good. And sometimes it doesn't make you a punk. It doesn't make you a bitch. It doesn't make you soft to sit there and say to somebody, "Hey man, listen, I just let me get this off my chest. I don't need you to answer. I don't need you to solve my problems. Just let me get this off my chest." You know what I mean? Sometimes you might have to give them a hug, might be a him, her, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But just check on your people, man. Because we're all going through it. If I'm struggling and Omar's struggling and Nick's struggling, and if we're all struggling, that means everybody else is struggling too. When we start hearing people talk about, like today, right? My big brother, Uncle Richie. Oh, Costco gas, $2.87 a gallon. Bro, that's still $1 more than what it was 3 years ago. People don't think about it in the sense of that. Eggs. I go to buy eggs, bro, because I eat a lot of eggs now, right? $7 a dozen. Not $3 a dozen anymore. So a lot of people are struggling. So all I'm saying is just check on your people. That's all I'm saying. Just check on your people. All right, with that, we're going to run it up. We are done for the night. I appreciate everybody joining us in the garage. We are the guys. We are the Drivers Podcast. We talk shit because we can. This is the barbershop of the rideshare game. That's what we do. And with that, we're up out of here. We will see y'all next Wednesday night. Tell your friends, share the video out. Make sure you hit the likes on the way out.